Rambo-thon is over. This month, it's back to school. And no, we aren't going to do fucking back to school. I'm Derek.
I'm Whitney.
I get no respect, and I'm Jack.
This is Bad Movies,
Worst People.
Welcome back, everybody. This is, like I said, our first week of a back-to-school month where we're doing movies starring and featuring and about children.
Shitbirds.
All of
Yes,
the above.
shitbirds would be a better description. I hate children.
What?
Yes.
And so I figured any movie with starring a child probably could fit into this.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
Even if there's movies where you're like, I treasure that from my youth, watch it again.
Yep.
Watch
you
it
treasured
again.
it when you were the age of this shitbird.
Yeah, exactly. Because you were also a shitbird.
But now you're an adult that has mortgage and bills, and you're bitter.
You're still probably a shitbird.
And
but
you can't, well, yeah, but now I can't stand to watch this shitbird complain about his life when it's like you don't even know yet. You aren't even at
what
the
if someone
point.
gives me a blank check? I'll call myself Mr. Macintosh. That's next year.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, holy shit, that movie's so that's the perfect one you're talking about for me. Because I grew up watching it. I was like, Blank Check's a good movie. Until one of the bleeps had never seen it. I put it on. I was like, man, this is not a good movie. My childhood was a lie.
yes, it was.
Most of them were.
Aren't they all?
Yeah. But not a good lie, like your parents love you.
Do they?
No, they don't.
That's the good lie.
That was what Candy had to say about children.
Yeah, she doesn't like them either.
She hates children.
Good girl, Candy.
This week we are talking about 1996's First Kid, starring Sinbad and some little shitbird.
Little shitbird.
Little shitbird.
Directed by David Mickey Evans,
Former shitbird.
former shitbird, as all of us were. Director of The Sandlot and The Sandlot 2. And some other stupid shit. I think Beethoven's
DVDs,
Fourth and
Sandlot,
Fifth,
too.
maybe.
Oh, man. So you're getting the worst of a lot of franchise.
Oh, yeah. And he's also got an as yet untitled Sandlot prequel in the works.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say like he's doing the second kid. It just follows this guy around after fame kind of washed away from his life.
Oh, God.
Oh, you know what? He also directed Ace Ventura, Pet Detective,
The cartoon?
Junior,
Oh.
with some little fat kid.
So is he
Wow.
like is he all obsessed with children?
I think once you're a child director, that's just because people know. There's a general rule of thumb in the movie and TV industry, which is don't work with animals or children because they're not easily controllable.
This is true.
So they found out this guy had the patience to not beat up the kids he's
Yeah.
working with. Like, well, that's what you do now.
Unless he's the one that gave him the fat lip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that might be
you
why
will
it looks
do
so
your
real.
role and you will like it.
He has a special secret for keeping kids in line.
Wait, are you saying this kid is like The Rock? He's like, you know your role, and you shut your mouth. So this movie's rated PG because it's, children's movie.
Yeah.
And it's a little too long.
What
101 minutes.
Hour 42?
Yeah, hour 41, hour 42. Could have been 89.
I mean, we're talking about a movie essentially for children of the age group of, what's this kid at, 13 years old?
Yeah, he says he's
13-year-olds
13
really want to keep that at a nice little trim hour 30.
Yeah.
That's where that sweet spot would be for me.
I'm saying my child at 13, 5 minutes.
Well, but your child is in a generation of TikToks.
This is true. I mean, 5
where
minutes
it's
is
just,
say
this
too
is
long.
too fucking long.
I may have mentioned this on the podcast before, but we took her to see Jaws, and she enjoyed it, but she was like, why was it all like fuzzy and old looking? It was because it made in 1976. And then the next week or 2 weeks later, we were going to go see Poltergeist.
Which she would have fucking loved.
Yeah, she would have loved it. And she's like, wait, is that one of those movies I have to pay attention to?
Yes.
I was like,
It's
you
a
mean all of them?
story. I mean, everybody in 86 was fuzzy, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's not even on film. That's just how we were as people.
Yeah, we weren't in focus yet.
Just like everybody before, the 50s, we lived in black and white.
That's why you couldn't tell if there was another shooter.
We only have color because of Tobey Maguire.
Exactly. I actually really like that movie.
Yeah. Do you? Does
did.
it hold up?
Are you sure?
I don't know. I said I actually did like it.
All I remember about that movie is it turns into color and the mom masturbates so furiously a tree catches on fire.
Yes.
Which is pretty great.
Talking about goals.
Oh my God. I can't think of her name. Sweet Alabama.
Please hit her, Poon.
Yes.
That's how I say Reese Witherspoon.
That's not the mom, is it?
No, that's
the
the
kid.
sister.
Yeah.
That's Toby's sister. But yeah, and what's his fuck from?
Was it
He was
Reese
in
Witherspoon?
Speed. Yeah. It was.
Oh, I swear it was. I thought it was
Who's the
Kirsten
blonde-haired
Dunst.
guy
That's why I
from
thought it was
Speed?
weird when they made out in Spider-Man.
I don't think those little dolphin teeth were in this. In that
I-
movie. They're not in this movie.
It's been ages. They're not in this
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Neither is Tobey
Sorry.
Maguire or
we
Spider-Man.
barely have female roles in this at all.
No, there's the
Nope.
mom who's in like 3 scenes to be a mom.
There's the teacher,
Then
who
there's
I
the
thought
teacher.
was swell,
Oh,
Yeah.
she's.
and then you've got the 13-year-old love interest.
The teacher, by the way, I don't know if you remember because this was years ago when we did Bad Boys.
Yeah,
she was in the boxing place,
At
but
the
she's
gym?
not.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
She's
not the
not Max.
one. No, she's not. Was it Max? She's
Max
not Max,
is-
but she's there. She's the one that tells him where Max is and shit.
Oh.
'Cause I remember telling you there was someone in First Kid, and you were like, "Who?" And I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, she's the only other female besides the president or president's wife.
And the little girl that this kid's in love with.
yeah, whose
Katie.
name I do not. Katie.
They said it in like the 3rd act.
She looks like more of a
Michelle.
Ashley,
Becky.
Bex.
Bex.
She's a big Bex.
I
No,
wouldn't-
what do you
wouldn't go-
think?
I said Michelle.
You're so unoriginal.
Oh yeah, I'm unoriginal. She,
Well, her parents are unoriginal with their names.
yes.
Her fake parents with her fake name are unoriginal.
I just invented
you, you
people that
lying
I'm
kid.
really mad at now. I'm very upset these 2 people I invented.
Yeah, you've never surfed, you lying little shit. That's all I can think of right now.
Yeah, your life is a lie.
So this one wasn't that big of a success. Not a surprise. Kids movies
Shocker.
typically aren't unless it's made by Pixar.
Uh-huh.
This is Disney, but it's 96 Disney. They weren't really the powerhouse that they are now.
There's a slew of these movies too, by the way.
Yeah.
That are these live action ones that are just wah, 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 wah.
Was this in theaters?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It cost 15 million, made 24 and a half. Made 8 million its opening weekend, and it was 3rd. I don't remember the other 2 movies it was behind, but one of them was the sequel to The Crow. So it lost
wow.
to the sequel to The Crow.
Which is
awful.
Yeah.
I think that should be on our
Like the
list.
first sequel, not.
It probably
I
should
think they did like 3 or 4, but they were all like direct to DVD
Kind of just
after.
quit paying attention after the second one. It stung so bad. It was like you probably can't redeem this.
Yeah.
No, why he was dead? Why would you bring him back?
Well, I mean that's
he's-
what The Crow is
He's
about.
undying, Whitney.
But like Bruce Lee was
He
dead.
dies.
Bruce
Bruce
Lee's
Lee's been
been
I
dead
mean,
for a
Bruce
while.
Lee's son, Brandon Lee. There we go. Brandon Lee.
Brandon Lee, future feature on this show, by the way.
I mean, all right. So this podcast is Bad Movies, Worst People. Let me be a worst people real quick.
Please.
Brandon Lee dying was not that big of a deal because he was not that good of an actor. Brandon Lee dying, it might have saved our image of him.
Yeah.
Because insert Showdown in Little Tokyo, that dude can't act
No.
at all.
and that's why I said for future feature on this show. 'Cause
Yeah.
we'll do that movie.
Oh, that one we have to do because you know what? It's not a good movie, but it's fucking fun.
It's
But
awesome.
I think this one, I thought in Crow, he did a decent job.
Oh, he did great in Crow, but
Well, you don't have to talk.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like when he died, everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's so tragic," and the career he could have had. I don't know if he could have had that
Well,
big
he
of a
could
career.
have gotten better at acting.
Could he have, or
Maybe.
would he have?
I don't know that. I don't know that. But he
Let's
could
leave it
have.
unanswered then.
Everyone could have.
Yeah,
What about the kid that played First Kid? Was he a good actor?
No.
he's a
He quit
really
acting at
good
16 though.
shitbird.
So this kid, okay, so the actor's name sounds like a character name and the character name sounds like the actor's name. So the
Hit me.
actor's name is Brock Pierce
Ooh,
Yeah.
and the character's name is Luke Davenport. Luke Davenport sounds like an actor.
Brock
Pierce
Pierce-
sounds like a TV or a movie character.
this guy's a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Brock Pierce is on the case.
He was in Mighty Ducks and Mighty Ducks 2 as Baby Emilio.
Baby Emilio.
But he was in some other movies. One that we might have to do for this particular feature at some point. I've never seen it. I just saw it when I was looking at his credits. It's called Earth Minus Zero, starring
Okay.
Pat Morita. And it looks
Oh.
like some weird sci-fi thing with children and Pat Morita.
Do
I'm
you
like-
think we're gonna get Pat Morita doing an accent?
Okay, is that just remind me because I'm dumb, but that's
Miyagi.
yeah,
Mr.
Mr.
Miyagi.
Miyagi.
Yes.
Yep.
Because you saw me guys pantomiming.
Yeah, I saw you wax
on,
off. I saw you wax off. We all heard you waxing off.
But this fucking kid, by the way, this Brock Pierce, has an
Giant
interesting
eyeballs?
Yes, that too. He has an interesting life path. So he acted until he was 16, and then he started like a digital.
Holy shit. He started a what? Because I just shit myself.
He started a digital like online television network in like '96. So like before broadband was widespread.
That's this movie's release, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or It just says the late 90s, so I guess I don't know if it was 96, but it was right after this.
He used that first kid money.
Sounds
That's
like
some
it.
seeds.
And it was like trying to do internet content. Like, so he's a internet pioneer, kind of.
Okay.
Because this was the late 90s. That went under because one of his partners got in trouble for sexual allegations, which if he got in trouble for sexual allegations in the late 90s...
You done
Whoa.
it.
Yeah, he did some shit.
Yeah, you fucked up.
And then he started like some internet gaming thing where he did like currency trading on like MMORPGs and shit in like the early 2000s. So he was way ahead of that. Did some other shit. Now, then he was like he's a crypto bro.
Yeah.
This guy's like the fucking godfather, the grandfather of NFTs.
Yeah, well, he did all this shit. Like he did the crypto thing he got into in like 2013. So it was like very early Bitcoin crypto stuff. I mean, it was already going on, but he started one of the first like traded currency, like cryptocurrencies. And then in 2020, he was on the presidential ballot as an independent candidate. So full circle to first kid.
Had I
Wow.
known, I might have voted for this kid.
I mean,
Brock Pierce for president.
He ran obviously independent, and he was on like a whole obviously technology thing. He's like, the United States needs to embrace technology.
He's not wrong.
Minimum income kind of thing where like everybody gets like a set income because they could do that with cryptocurrency. Single payer healthcare.
So he was a little ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he ran for Senate last year. So, I mean, it's a fucking weird career for people we've talked about on this show.
Absolutely.
When he
100%.
ran for president, by the way, he was endorsed by Jesse the Body Ventura.
You think that hurt or helped?
I don't know, but his campaign manager was Akon.
The
the
singer.
musician? The
Yes.
musician?
Because he's a
Holy-
big crypto guy, too.
But what does he know about running a campaign?
I mean, he's Akon.
I don't know.
Campaign in my ass.
But it's just it's an insane life.
Yeah, it
I
is.
don't know.
It is. I mean, usually you hear about like an actor like this that's a young shitbird. You think he's going to just kind of hum and drum around Hollywood in TV and maybe Hallmark movies.
And
Yeah.
drugs.
And, well, of course, drugs. It goes without saying if I
He'll
say
either
Hallmark
die
movies, Whitney.
or he'll start touring around doing music
Yeah.
with a weird backup band dressed like Michael Jackson.
Started a band called The First Kids.
Brock and the First Kids.
Are we going to go see?
Yes, we're going to go see Corey Feldman. Nobody else will go with us.
I don't think I can.
I think you should. It's $18.
We
It's,
will
no,
buy
it's not,
your
it's
ticket.
not a money thing. I
know.
can afford $18. Anyone listening right now, I probably have $18 in my pocket right now.
But that's what I'm saying. It's only $18. You owe Corey Feldman $18.
Do I?
How much entertainment did he provide you as a child?
I've seen The Burbs.
I'm just saying the Burbs alone is worth $18 because you know all the money he made as a child went to his parents and they probably stole everything because
You know
he was
what?
a little junkie.
Between The Burbs and The Goonies, I do owe him.
That's what I felt. I was like, and I'm really worried about going because I'm really worried that it's going to be a really sad situation where like people are laughing at him and stuff. Like, and he's going to be up there just playing his heart out, doing what he really believes in, and people are just going to be like, "Pfft."
You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna knock out anybody that laughs at Corey.
Do you want to ride with us?
Yeah.
I'll give you shotgun too.
All right, give me some boxing
you
gloves.
might want to get your ticket. They might sell out.
We might need a boxing montage before we go.
Ooh.
Luckily, there's one in this movie that
There
I can
is.
model,
Sorry, yes,
that we
let's
can
get back
model
to this
after.
movie.
We can model this montage after that montage.
Who gets the nut punch?
I'll go second.
Rochambeau, you go first.
I always want to go first to that.
So this movie begins with this little shitbird, Luke is the character's name.
Piece of shit.
Might be
serious.
referred to as shitbird the rest of the episode today. So
Yeah. The shitbird is the kid of the president, hence first kid. I feel like I didn't need to explain that, but
so
I did.
clever.
Sinbad is a wisecracking, charming Secret Service agent who definitely would have been fired a long time ago.
He's a colorful agent.
Yeah.
I do not mean that racially. That is said in this that he's a colorful agent.
He's
Even
got
down
these
to the
fucking
ties.
ties. Yeah.
Ties and a cummerbund. Oh, good cummerbund game.
Basically, he gets assigned to watch this kid who everybody hates, and they grow to love each other. He's the only person who ever gave a shit about this kid. He helps the kid beat up one of the brothers from Home Improvement and get the girl. The end.
Yeah.
That's the movie.
That is the movie. That is
and chooses to stay with the kid.
that is the cliff notes of the movie.
Yes. I mean, there's not a lot of detail to go into.
I mean,
It's a kid's
secret
comedy.
sex tunnels. That's
Yeah.
there.
We'll get to the Kennedy sex tunnels. Fun fact, I'm always full of those. Will Smith was originally supposed to be Sinbad's character.
Ooh.
He was the original one they
I
wanted.
kind of think I like Sinbad over that.
Oh, I think it's a worse movie with Will Smith.
Yeah, you know what?
I think
And
it's a higher budget.
It
but
had
it's
to
a
have
worse
been
movie.
something about a budget thing because it was. This is 96. Bad Boys came out in 95. They were filming in 95. Will Smith was probably signed to do it because he was still the comedy guy, and then he did Bad Boys.
What
and he's
year is
like,
Independence
Yeah.
Day?
96.
96.
Yeah,
So,
so-
yeah, you're not getting Will Smith.
96,
No.
97. I think it's
And
96.
if you did get Will Smith, he's gonna just want more out of everything and everybody.
Yeah.
Sinbad comes from a broken home. He'll work with whatever he's got.
Well,
Yeah,
he
no,
seems like
I-
he's probably easy to work with.
Yeah,
I
he
definitely like
gives that
Sinbad
appearance.
over Will Smith for this actual character.
Yeah, I think Will Smith is a much better actor. I don't think anybody's arguing that. But this movie, Sinbad wins.
Yeah.
For me.
Will Smith in 1991, maybe, but not Will Smith in 1996.
No, this is already Big Willie style, the beginnings
Yeah.
of. This is not proto Will
Big
Smith.
Willie style. Did I ever tell you guys that was one of my first CDs?
Oh, no.
From the Columbia House, pennies.
No, that's what everybody says.
No, you actually bought this CD?
No, my parents bought me 3 CDs for Christmas. My mom worked at Target, and
right.
she just asked like coworkers, like, what do kids listen to? Because they didn't know what I was listening to, right? This was when Napster had begun, so like I was just downloading everything. So my mom, having no idea that at the time I was like, oh, new metal, ukatu raka, she's
Great
like,
Jonathan Davis.
she's.
Great Paul Simon impersonation.
I do remember her questioning me one day in the car about like, oh, have you heard of this group Hansen? And I was like, fuck Hansen. She's like, all right, not that one.
Yep. Takes out her little notebook.
I did not have a daughter.
So I got Big Willie Style, Spice Girls, Spice World,
I think I'd rather have Hanson.
and
Mother got you the
and-
Spice Girls?
or is it Spice World? I think the second one. I don't know. And Chumbawamba Tub Thumpin'.
Oh, yeah.
I actually did buy that one myself.
And you know what? I listened to all of them because those were the 3 CDs I had.
Yeah.
I could listen to music I downloaded in my bedroom on my computer, but I didn't have a CD burner. We weren't that fancy.
So these were on heavy rotation.
So when I'm outside doing chores and I have a little boombox, I'm sitting here doing fucking,
Spice up your life, every boy, every girl.
yeah.
Yeah, your life makes a little bit more sense today.
Your mom really wanted a daughter.
My musical choices make a little more sense too.
Yeah, some of these vinyls you've shown me now make complete sense why you've purchased them.
Are you making fun of my Flock of Seagulls vinyl?
Never to your face.
Okay.
He 100%
I just want to run so far away, though.
he took me to Alanis Morissette, the 25th anniversary of Jagged Little Pill, and he was right there with me, like jamming with
I gotta
it.
tell you, I would be too. Alanis, that Jagged Little Pill is just absolute front to back bangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
The
was the
entire
anniversary tour,
album.
so she did the whole album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah. That's I can't
In
make fun.
order.
I will not make fun of that.
Dude, and she's like, what? She's in her 50s?
Yeah.
She was running back and forth across that stage, hop, skipping, and jumping around. It was awesome. Anyway, that's also not this movie.
Alanis Morissette's not in this movie.
No,
Neither
there's
are
no
any of her
Alanis Morissette
songs.
music in this movie. So yeah, we get introduced to the little shitbird, and he's being a little asshole to his current agent, who is
Richard Dreyfuss.
not
Ginger
Richard
Dreyfuss.
I didn't get the role for this movie.
Timothy Busfield is the actor's name. His agent Woods.
Wasn't he Poindexter in
Poindexter in Revenge of the Nerds. He's in Field of Dreams.
Yeah, he's the asshole brother of Annie. Makes that kid choke on a hot dog. Not like that.
I feel like he was
Oh.
always an asshole.
Yeah.
He's got an asshole face.
I don't know if Poindexter was an asshole. I haven't seen Revenge of the Nerds in a long time.
No,
but
he
generally
wasn't an
speaking,
asshole.
this
He
guy's an
played the
asshole.
electric violin.
Oh, that's him. Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
Big red spikes.
Yeah,
Big
okay.
glasses.
That makes
like
sense.
the
Big
Coke
red
bottle
spikes.
lens. Yeah.
But yeah, this guy does look like Richard Dreyfuss if he was a ginger and sad.
Yeah. They couldn't afford Richard Dreyfuss. Like, we got a guy that looks like him.
So yeah, the kid's like playing with his cereal, being an asshole, dumping milk out or some shit. I
No,
don't
he's
know.
pouring it in his bowl, trying to be all like.
He's adding more to it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's just
Trying to
he's
eat
trying
time.
to run late
Yeah.
so he can
Dropping
get this guy
these
in
blueberries
trouble.
one at a time. You know what? You don't get
Go fuck
blueberries
yourself.
anymore. Take them away.
And the mom comes into the first lady, whose
Yeah.
name I didn't get, but she comes in
Mom.
to take him out, and she's like, "Why are you running late?" And he's like, "Woods didn't tell me what time it was." Fucking shitbird.
Got this guy in trouble.
She definitely yells at him.
Him being
Oh,
a
yeah.
snooty little fuck and being on his computer all the time makes a lot of sense now that you know his life track.
Well, and I'm sorry.
doesn't it?
She says he's a child. He can't keep his own schedule. Dude, at 13, he should be able to keep his own fucking schedule.
Yeah.
You're starting high school.
You're
you can.
yeah, you're starting high school at 13. Maybe he's like a genius that
No,
that-
I think that it was like an 8 through 12 school because it's a private school.
Yeah.
There's only rich people there. So
I don't know.
they're
When you
probably-
say starting high school, I think of 14, 15 for a
yes,
freshman.
100%.
And not 13-year-old little fucking zit of a human.
Oh, we do get a zit in this.
Yeah.
But
It's him the whole
actually-
time.
brushed over.
Yeah, they totally just like, oh, there's a pimple, and then that
It's
was it.
completely airbrushed over. And then at the same time this is going on, Sinbad is at the mall with his partner Dash, another guy who didn't do anything else.
He's
really.
just a classic goofball agent, whether
Yeah.
it be CIA or Secret Service. This guy is a goofball.
and they're trying to, make sure the mall is safe. Like that's why the Secret Service is there. They're not doing shit, but all the rest of the Secret Service,
Yeah.
because they're bringing this kid to the mall to go shopping, and he's like going up to the Dunkin' Donuts.
I was gonna say product placement one that we noticed.
And this is
Yeah.
our first one, right?
yeah,
and he's asking he's like, oh, that donut's got a bomb in it, and so does that one. And
because
then
he borrowed somebody's. It was like next to nothing, but like he borrows somebody's dog. And the dog starts barking. He's like, "Whoa, bomb sniffing dog! We gotta check them donuts. Give him one of those bear claws, real slow, real slow, real slow."
and Dash is like, can we get one of those frosted long johns? He's like, no.
Yeah. Why aren't you letting your partner in on your little fucking reindeer
Right?
games, man?
Just, like, have fun.
Get this man a donut.
Get him as Long John.
And when he parks, he like charms the security guard.
This security guard is like, you can't park here.
He's like, I'm the law here.
Yeah, and he like, we work for the government. He's like, well, this is my jurisdiction. I'm pretty sure it's not how this would go.
No. They would shoot him.
I do believe you'd be shot and or tasered. I don't know what
just put in
order.
Guantanamo.
Well, he sassed me, so he's dead to me.
Yeah, he like charms that guy, and then he's like does this like handshake where he's like, now frisk me, now spin
Double,
around.
it's a
Like-
double pat down. Like they pat each other down and then butt bump. And this is from now on how I'm greeting you guys.
This is how he gets inaugurated into a special agent.
Yeah, that is the secret handshake.
Oh, and when they're leaving the White House to go to the mall, we get the first of two really bad CG White Houses.
Oh boy.
Like
And what did you
this-
say? Look like a cake topper?
Okay, if you've seen Wild Wild West, speaking of Big Willie style, it looks like the marzipan cake that fucking Loveless makes for him.
and it's
It's
so
so-
bad that you can see they're outside and they CG in this house. It's not on a set, at least it's outdoors.
Yeah.
But they CG in this White House and they didn't put anything in the windows, so you can see
No.
this park through the windows. I'm like, there's a park inside the White House lobby. I mean, it has its own sun and everything.
Not only is it so bad, it's so unnecessary.
Yeah,
It is.
Like,
What
did
did you
you-
say? Just get stock photos?
Yeah,
Like,
get stock footage. Look them up online. Look at free free domain.
Well, you for movies you buy stock footage. Like whenever you're watching a movie about New York or whatever, and they have like the helicopter shots, most of that, especially in a low budget movie, is purchased stock footage. Just do that. You don't
Yeah.
have to show this kid getting in the car and being driven away. You get a helicopter shot of some limos leaving the White House.
This is Jerry Bruckheimer. I'm pretty sure he has connections to people that have stock footage. Can I borrow that from your movie that you did?
It's stupid as fuck.
he didn't care that
And
much.
you know what?
then.
I'll tell you, if you're gonna do it, use a model. You don't need to use CGI. Use a model. Like, let me see the fucking Beetlejuice town that Alec
Yes.
Baldwin built.
or do like they do later when they have the
Flashing.
the fuck's it called? The Dick
terrifying
Tower?
eyes.
Oh yeah, the big DC Dick Tower.
the DC Dick Tower, the one that's in the distance, not the CG one. And they just do a painting on a set. Just do
Yeah.
a painting of the White House and drive away from it.
Not
That's
the
better.
terrifying one with the red flashing lights.
No.
No, not the monster later in the
not
movie.
the golem.
The fucking Terminator or the Transformer. I'm sorry, that's showing
Fucking
up.
Christ, dude.
Fucking tower is just like
Nightmares.
Brock Pierce, come with me.
DC monuments roll out. Oh, the Lincoln Memorial just got real terrifying.
Oh.
Just gets up and starts walking like that fucking Statue of Liberty in Ghostbusters 2.
Oof. Your love is lifting me higher.
Somebody oozed Lincoln
Oh.
Well,
right
you
in
know,
the back
judging
of the
by
head.
some of those letters, he could have been closet case oozed.
So whatever, the kid moons the camera while he's like he's supposed to try on clothes. Woods is kind of just being rough with him. He's trying to pull him by the arm and
Oh,
shit.
yeah. He's
And you know what? Credit to the mom, because she turns around and she's like, "You don't touch him like that ever."
fuck out of
He
here.
goes, "Well, you know, he wouldn't go into the room, and you told me to make him go in the room." She's like, "You know, that's not what I was fucking saying."
And I mean, yeah, it's a good mom move, but I honestly think 90% of the reason she did it is because there's so much press there, and this is supposed to be a press thing. Because he's like, "Why do I have to shop at this poor people's store?" And she's like, "Because this is where Americans shop, and you're American." And he's like,
and
"You
your
don't
dad
shop
runs
here."
America.
Yeah, and you don't shop here. And she's like,
We're
"Don't
not
worry about where I fucking shop.
Yeah.
Do as I say, not as I do."
Yep. That's very political of her.
So Woods gets fired basically, and Sinbad gets in trouble for being Sinbad.
He's been in trouble. At one point, they list things that he's done.
Yeah, just barely skeet by.
We already know at this point, his whole aspiration is to guard Eagle, the president.
Yeah.
That's all he wants. But he keeps doing things like not wearing a proper tie, which I know sounds like a minimal thing, but like if your goal is to be the president's bodyguard and they keep telling you to stop wearing stupid ties, hey, stop wearing stupid ties.
Yeah,
Nick Cage
it's called
did
a
it.
uniform.
Yeah, exactly. And he had left fake dog poop at some inaugural
The inaugural ceremony, yeah, which is pretty funny.
It's funny, but you also can't give me this woe is me shit. You're like, I just can't get a promotion. Hold this real quick. I gotta go silly string the fucking first lady.
So his first superior is Robert Guillaume, I want to say it is. I don't know. It's
I think you're doing
Guillame. Sounds good. Who is most known for doing the voice of Rafiki.
Yes.
You hear it right away. I mean, that
Squash
fucking
banana.
beautiful, rich timbre.
Rest in pictures, by the way.
Yeah. What year?
Aw.
97 or no, 2007.
Oh,
Okay, I was like, right after this?
2007.
Okay.
It's definitely a 7.
I would say 2007.
Well, I mean, if it's not 97, the next one's 2007. We haven't gotten to 2027 yet.
But we did
There
go
was
to
a
17.
17 in there.
He didn't make it that long.
And then his other boss, who's the one that's giving him the dressing down here, is a guy named Morton, who's played by Art LaFleur, who's
Yep.
also in The Sandlot. He plays the Babe.
Yes, he does. And he played
He's
it
also
well.
in Field of Dreams.
He's also, if I remember correctly, he's one of the coaches in The Replacements
I
with
think, yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
I
We
think
watched
so.
that.
He's
I
also
believe he's the defensive coordinator.
he's in
I
Cobra.
love that movie.
Okay.
Tie it back to last month.
Yeah, a lot younger there.
He also plays the Tooth Fairy in the Santa Claus 2.
Sorry, I just pictured him in a tutu.
Yeah, well, I think that's supposed to be the joke. It's kind of like The Rock playing the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
Vin
The
Diesel
manly
being the
guy in
pacifier,
pink.
which we might have to do that.
Really?
Vin Diesel pacifier.
I don't know why you hate me.
Well,
Just kidding. I know why.
It's a good one. It's got kids. We can do a Vin Diesel voice. It's not that different
Can
from a
we?
Rambo voice.
Can we, though?
Yeah, you just slur your Rambo a little less.
Family.
Family. I'm here to watch your family.
All right, we can do it. We're back on track. I heard it.
One of the things he gets dressed down for here is that he's talking about his bulletproof vest causes chafing.
Why's your earpiece out?
Yeah, you hear the high frequencies. The bulletproof vest, all I could think of was Drax.
My nipples.
I have sensitive nipples.
Chiefs.
So he gets assigned to the kid. Prince is his code name, and basically that's the punishment,
But it
right?
should
That's
have
like the
been-
worst position.
Didn't we say it should have been like dove?
Yeah, or chick,
Or, egg?
egg, some sort of
I don't know,
baby
what are
bird.
baby eagles called? Beagles?
Baby eagle.
Chicks, man.
I just wrote down because it was funny. He's telling Sinbad, "You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for DSAC."
Yeah,
I don't know what the DSAC stands for.
Dick
but
sack?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just called Rafiki.
If it wasn't for this dick sack over here, you wouldn't even have a fucking job, pal.
Yeah, he called Dick Sack. He called Rafiki Dick Sack.
I'm sitting right here. You don't have to refer to me as dick sack.
So his first thing he does, he goes in to meet the kid, and the kid it makes him hold his snake. Basically,
Well, we could phrase that better.
Yes, we can.
he has a
There's gotta
python.
be a
He's
better
got
way to say.
He has a
You're
boa.
not digging yourself out of this hole.
Look, this kid's got a python.
Holy
He's
shit!
making
Look at that
Sinbad
python.
hold
Hey, you
it.
want to see my python and hold it?
Yeah, and his parents walk in on Sinbad holding his python.
Oof.
And what is it?
That was
What
the
is
first kid, not like the Vatican kid.
What is this boa's name?
Poison.
Yeah.
And which I didn't catch right
poison.
away. So it made it
I
very
did.
confusing for the next part coming up. I just didn't pay attention.
And I just want to go over some of the stuff in this kid's room because it's either awesome or terrible, depending on what corner
it
you're
is-
looking at.
Yeah.
It has a lot of toys I couldn't afford.
Yeah, it's somewhat 90s-ish,
Uh-huh.
but also like dumb. Like it's like an adult direct decorated 90s room. Some of it fits and some of it doesn't. Like this kid has a Street Sharks toy, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty good. That's one of the ones I couldn't afford.
He's got a Gargoyles poster.
What did you cream about? The Mighty Morphin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's either a Power Rangers. It's got to be a Power Rangers poster. This is '96. The masks looked a little off. No one here cares. All right.
What else would it be though, besides that?
There was also the stupid stuff like the sticker on the side of his computer that just says cyberspace.
Cyberspace.
And he's got the
It was brand new.
Yeah.
he's got the thing of CDs hanging behind him, the like slip thing that hangs on
Yeah.
your wall, which I definitely had.
It's a bandolier of CDs in case you need to go to war and need a proper jam.
But like whoever put him in there was just like, what discs do we have around the set? Because there was definitely one that was just like a clip art.
Hot Mix 3.
Did they start doing? They had Now back then, right? In '96.
They have Kids Bop yet?
Now? No.
Yeah,
I don't think, no.
I swear that came out in the
Hey,
early
now
90s.
that's what I call music.
I don't think that came out in 96. I could be wrong, but like I remember being much more of an adult making fun of that.
I was in high school. Yeah, I'm now 48.
Man, am
Well-
I really that old?
Yeah.
All right.
No, the first U.S. one came out in October of '98.
Fuck
98.
me.
It was in
Alright.
the U.K. before that, and it started in 1983.
That's because the British are making fun of us.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I call American music. It's fucking trash, isn't it?
If they're gonna make fun of us, they need to make their own British
Is that
Kids
your
Bop.
Jason Statham?
No, it's my Jason Statham, sweetheart.
Oh.
Yeah, tell me before the Germans get here.
Now you always have to talk like that.
Trust me, if I could maintain that the rest of my life, I would.
So Luke sneaks out of the house with the dog, or he's taking the dog for a walk, and Sinbad's supposed to follow him, but doesn't want to.
He's
something.
like, how about you walk the dog?
Yeah, he's
the
just
kid's
trying
trying to
to-
get him to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not paid to walk the fucking dog. I'm paid to walk the
He's
weasel.
not wrong.
I love that I'm paid to walk the weasel. I'm
Yeah.
like,
What? Are you going to be having some sex in the White House here? Because all I see is dudes and my mom. Hey, wait a second. Don't fuck my mom.
what do you think the sex tunnels are for?
I'm going to show your mom this python real quick. Walk the weasel.
And this is when we get the painting of the Dick Tower because the kid's outside. God, Washington Monument, right? That's
Yeah.
all it's called. Right.
There we
Well,
go.
Dick Tower's better.
I like it more as a dick tower. If we could just maintain that.
It is a very phallic symbol.
Uh-huh.
And he gets in trouble on his first night as guard for the kid because the dog trips the perimeter thing, and they come out with a whole army.
It doesn't really make like them swarming makes sense, but the fact that so Sinbad comes out and he's like, "Oh no, we were playing hide and go seek." It's like, why don't you just say the dog that he was taking for a walk?
Yeah, what's the point of
which
this
isn't
lie?
an illegal thing. Yeah, there's no point to the lie. There's no point to the cover up, and it ends up coming to nothing except showing that Sinbad's trying to. He's better than Wood.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that got
Well, and
fired.
also showing how much of a shitbird this kid is because
Yes.
he's
But
like,
it's
right,
also-
we were just playing hide and seek, and the kid just rolls his eyes and walks away.
And then the
I mean-
guy's like, "That's one."
There's some physical comedy
That's
effort
two. That's
here.
three.
No, that's one. You know, come to one is two. We get some effort at some Sinbad physical comedy here. It's
Yeah,
like,
we do.
As soon as the SWAT comes out, he's like, "Oh, everyone wants to play. Let me do a little
Duck,
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 goose."
And that one, the lady he does goose on,
she's
laughing.
She's laughing. Yeah, he's like, "Come on, you got to run," and she just laughs at him.
I gotta wonder how many of these things were like on set,
Improv?
script,
Yeah.
like, scripted or improv. Sinbad just firing.
I
In all
feel like he just
cylinders,
did that. I
man.
feel like he was just like, you know what? Let's do some duck, duck, goose.
Yeah.
Because he starts touching heads, and that, like you said, that lady almost broke.
Yep.
She,
Oh,
like,
no,
she
she-
did.
she broke.
She laughed
They just left it in.
because she's like an aide or something. I don't know why she's
She's
even
a PA.
there. Because she's not in like Secret Service gear.
Well,
she's
because
in like
she's
a dress,
female,
like a
so they have
suit-
to put her in a dress.
pantsuit.
No, she was in a pantsuit.
Yeah.
But still, like she's in female dress clothing, but it's not. It was like brown.
You can't have a woman guarding the president. Hell no.
Not in the 90s.
They're not even
What's going to
people
happen
yet.
if she gets her period?
They just started voting last year.
We need 100 tampons for a month.
She needs 100 tampons for every month of work. She's a
how she
female
gets paid.
security guard. She gets paid a tampon.
I mean, hey, if you ever ask
Ooh,
a
I got a
woman,
promotion, heavy flow.
tampons are expensive because this world is terrible. You ever ask a woman if she wants 100 free tampons for some work, she'd probably be like, okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Not all the time. I don't need 100 free tampons a week.
No. Well, we can start selling them. I
Yeah.
don't know if anybody wants black market tampons. That sounds gross.
That's how you get choked out by the NYPD. Oh, it's cigarettes. Ooh, shouldn't make those jokes, but I did.
Why not?
Fuck them.
We're worse people.
So speaking of fuck them, this kid goes back and gets on his computer on the teen net.
Teen net.
And he has this To Catch a Predator talk with this person on the internet.
Mongoose
How else
12.
do you catch a predator without teen net?
Well, first of all, he goes on Teen Net and then joins Snake Chat. All of this sounds like it's got adults looking for children.
Have a
Yeah.
seat right here. We found you on Snake Chat. Go ahead and have a seat right here.
This person he's talking to is Mongoose 12, who
Okay,
I guess
Mongoose,
wants to
go ahead
be
and
eaten
sit
by a
right here.
snake? Or no, they eat snakes.
Yeah, mongoose eat snakes.
Oh, that's true. Ooh.
Okay, I just made the connection.
Yeah,
All right.
have a seat right here.
And he's Mongoose 12, and this person says that he's 12. Spoiler alert, it's Woods.
Yep.
And this kid is
Wait,
Viper
what?
13.
He calls him Moose later on.
No, he says Woods.
No, we at the end he says, "Moose, don't do anything."
No, he says Woods.
Okay.
All right, we're going to watch this movie again.
All
We'll
right,
be
hold
right
pause.
back.
We're going to find out who's right.
And he's talking to this guy this person who says they're a 12-year-old, but they say they're 25 because he says he's 13 and a half. Which, fuck
Unless
kids.
Unless you're a girl.
Unless I'm talking to a
older
girl.
girl.
Yeah. Then I'm 21.
Yeah. Oh, God, what's going to happen when this finger quote older girl wants you to buy her beer?
Yeah, you
You're
little
an
shitbird.
idiot, shitbird.
Lying
I mean, he's the
t-shirt.
president's kid. He can buy a beer.
He could probably just find it. I mean, if Hunter Biden can get coke in the White House,
Just make say he can smoke crack. I mean, he's the president's kid.
oh, you just want beer? Right this way, sir. We thought you were going to ask for heroin. The way this has gone.
Sinbad comes in and he's like, "Oh, I was just talking on the internet, whatever." I don't remember what happens exactly, but it comes up twice. Sinbad's like, "Do I look like an idiot?" And the kid just has this look like, well.
I mean, Sinbad's doing, I think it's like maybe it's a Disney, I don't know, like just stranger danger kind of thing. Because like, you know, he's talking to the audience now.
Yeah.
You know not to tell them everything about you on the internet, right?
Yeah.
This
And I
kid's
mean,
like,
that's because he's the
"Of
president's
course."
kid, but also in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's early internet stranger danger.
If a random person in a chat room says ASL, you don't tell him 13-year-old boy because you're going to get boinked.
Go ahead and have a seat right here.
I was always 18 female.
What's his name? Chris
Hansen.
I was like, Chris Evans? No, that's not
No,
right.
dude, if Chris Evans was trying to catch a predator,
I'm a predator.
Dude,
have a seat
Captain
right
America fucking catches you predatoring.
That is
have a seat right here next to America's ass.
Captain
Yes.
America versus the Predator. That's a movie.
I'd watch that. I'd fucking have a peek at that movie. You kidding me?
Yes.
But it's not Predator from the movie Predator. It's Captain America just beating up pedophiles.
Yeah, I would watch Chris
No,
Evans
yeah.
punching pedophiles. This
Me
is
too.
amazing.
It's just Chris Evans beating up Harvey Weinstein.
Chris Evans, if you're listening, we have got a pitch for you.
Yes, we do.
So he puts
Back
the
to
kid
the first
bed.
shitbird.
He puts the kid to bed and he goes out drinking.
I wish you put him to sleep.
And he goes to a place that is a real brewery. I don't know
Yeah.
if this is the real brewery because the picture I found is different, but it said Rich Brow, RICHBRAU, and it's in Richmond, Virginia. Which
I think
Rich
they
Brow
dropped
makes
he
sense.
was supposed to be Reichbrow.
Right? Brow
Well, we got to change our name a little bit.
Sinbad walks in and they just escort him right back out.
What the hell just happened?
But Ginger Dreyfus is in there drinking. and
He's-
What is he drinking?
he orders a Harvey Wallbanger and then he's like, no, make it a Harvey Oswald.
What's that? What's the difference?
Harvey Oswald gets 3 shots.
Ooh. You know, every kid in this audience is loving a good JFK assassination joke.
Every one of these kids is very familiar with the Zapruder film, and
That was 1,000% put there for the parents, just so they could watch it with them.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, it's just funny that you're in a kids movie like, hey, you know what these kids are going to love? A
Oh,
real
yeah.
good Lee Harvey Oswald joke. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna go to a bar and order a Harvey Oswald now and see if it happens.
Oh, I don't know. Depends on what bar you
would
go
What the
be
to.
fuck
there
is a
with-
Harvey Wallbanger? Do I want to order one?
It's like an orange juice and fucking. It's a screwdriver with extra steps, like
okay.
extra ingredients is essentially.
But
what it
also
is.
just a shot.
So no, the way I know it, no. But this guy's drinking it. He's getting it in like a
little rocks
6
glass.
ounce cocktail glass, maybe. It's not quite a rocks, maybe closer to a Tom Collins. But either way, he's getting it with no ice and just facing him.
Yeah.
I don't know how many he's had, but we watch him have 2.
Well, that's the Harvey Oswald version because it's like you wanted 3 shots in that. You're probably drinking this.
As
shit.
far
It
as I
did
know,
look like
like
orange juice.
it's always been a cocktail. Not a like this reminds me
Yeah.
of what you go local joke here. If you go to Bison Witches and get a BAM, they make it a shot that you just fucking it make you a cocktail that you drink as a
had
shot.
that.
The BAM, yeah. So
One
you
of
know
the
Turk.
waitresses did it for us.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Kylie, the one I know.
I mean, that's a Turk specialty if you're downtown. we got to hit a band one way or the other.
All right.
And that's the last thing I remember.
I've never really been on that side of downtown with Turk.
Oh, okay.
I've been on the other side where the concerts are. If you're on one side or the other, you don't go under that bridge. I'm walking all that way.
No.
No.
It's Arizona.
Yep. That's how you get stabbed. I need Sinbad if I'm going under that bridge. Teach me how to fight hobos.
Although the other bridge over by Tap and Bottle is the more dangerous one, probably, and I've definitely walked under that one.
It definitely is more dangerous. Sometimes they have
it's
it blocked
boarded
off
up.
with wood. Yeah.
Anyway, that's some local information for people
It's
who aren't from
Tucson for
Tucson.
you.
Yeah. If you're not from Tucson, just know don't come here.
So his boss, Rafiki, not Babe Ruth, is at this bar, and he tells him basically that Woods got fired, and he's like, "Look, you don't need to. You're not trying to protect this kid from getting shot. No one wants to shoot this kid." And I'm like, "Don't
he
think?"
does.
Hold on. He said people are more likely to spank him.
Yeah,
Have a seat. Go ahead and have a seat right here. You're talking about spanking the first kid.
I hear you wanted to spank a child, and you have some wine coolers. I see.
I heard you had some Harvey Wallbangers want to, spank this kid. Have a seat. There's some problematic language here.
And so we go to the school, Georgetown University, I think it was, or
Sure.
not university, but prep school. I don't fucking know.
Definitely
Yeah.
a prep
Academy.
There's a lot of rich
some
white
shit.
blonde people here is all you need to know about this.
Yes, a lot of
I mean, this is
blondes.
like the Children of the Corn, the college years or the high school years.
I saw one black student that I can think of.
okay.
Two. There was a boy and a girl.
Oh, okay. I
Hey,
saw the
you
tall
got to hit
black
them
kid.
demographics.
Yep.
And then
It's
the
Disney.
teacher, too, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So
I
we
love
meet-
this teacher.
Yeah,
I
that's-
might have
this
paid
is-
attention in
Dude,
school if
she
I had
is
this teacher.
Yeah.
Ooh, girl.
Yeah, that's how you fail class.
Yeah. Well, I failed by not going, but if she was there, I at least would have failed with good attendance.
And to
Yes.
make it all worse, she's the biology teacher.
Oh, yeah, she is.
At least she's not the anatomy teacher.
I wish she was.
I mean, biology does have anatomy.
Can't wait to get to sex ed. I'll play ed.
She's played by Mrs. Lawrence, by the way, played by Fawn Reed. As we mentioned, she was in Bad Boys, barely, but she was in it.
Yeah.
And we also meet the bully of the movie, Rob, with some douchey last name. I don't remember. Mick something.
Bush. He's a distant Bush relative.
It's Ronald Reagan. And it's played by Zachary Ty Bryan, who's the oldest brother from Home Improvement. who's-
ZTB.
He's always a fucking shithead anyway, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think so.
Like
yeah.
that
Are you
whole
down
show,
with
he was a
ZTB?
shithead.
Oh, no, not me.
And he, throughout this movie, is the most 90s person I've ever seen in anything ever.
I think it was his own clothes that he
He's
was wearing.
dripping with 90s so much that he should get checked out by a doctor. It is absurd. Like, we get it. You're in the 90s. Calm down.
Yeah.
All right, plaid hat backwards.
Yes, he has like the 90s haircut, like not bowl cut, but
It's
like
grown out at
it's
this
actually,
point,
I'm
though.
pretty sure it's a wedge. Like they
Okay.
lift up your hair and shave under it, and then your
Okay.
hair falls down over that. So
I
yeah.
was so
So
obsessed
every-
with that.
So
imagine like fuck man, not early skateboards because that's like Dogtown and Z Boys, but like early
90s
big
skateboards.
stylized
90s, yeah.
skateboards.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking like, so the same haircut girls had like 3 years ago.
Yep.
Yes. So if you were obsessed with this haircut, you are in your 40s now.
Oh yeah.
Like this, I was in love with.
I'm pretty sure I had this.
If
haircut,
you
and I'm
know
not in my
who
40s.
ZTB is, you're probably in your 40s right now. If you had a poster, of Zachary Ty Bryan on the wall, you might be a 40-year-old.
I did not have any of those boys. I had Luke Perry on my wall.
God, it's
he's-
a weird
he's so
flex,
dreamy.
but it's a better flex. Like it really is like the better hierarchy of boy crush at this point.
Until I met my husband, I liked older men.
Oh man, robbing that cradle.
I'm just a little baby.
have a seat right here, Whitney. Go ahead and come in. Have a seat
I'm
right
just
here.
right next to you.
I see
Got
you showed
it.
up with an
It
18
turns out
pack.
you married a little shitbird.
I see you have an 18 pack of Coors Light.
Yep.
Have a seat.
Are those wine coolers in there? That's how you know it's not Derek.
Speaking of,
Even underage Derek was like, wine coolers, that's for trash people. I drink Boone's Farm.
Oh,
I was all about
I
that.
did
booze.
that was how you started drinking when you were underage. You're like, let me slam this bottle of Kool-Aid that gets me
I was
drunk.
going to say it was Kool-Aid. It might have been like 5-6%, but it was fucking Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Dude, in 8th grade, I was drinking Brass Monkeys and didn't even know it.
Okay.
We drank.
Funky
It was
monkey.
It was Jenny's dad's. I want to say natty with orange juice.
Oh, man. I mean, anything to make it not taste like natty.
Speaking of monkeys, isn't there some movie where there's a monkey in the White House? It's a kid's movie.
Yeah, it's a chimpanzee.
First chimp.
Is it called Ed?
That's a horse. No, wait, that's
No, Matt
no,
LeBlanc.
but
Matt
not Matt-
LeBlanc
it's-
is in a movie called Ed with a
Is
Monkey.
it Matt LeBlanc or is it all right, all right, all right?
Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
I dare say that Matthew McConaughey has never acted with any sort of simian creature.
Really?
I'm guessing.
Oh.
It would be too much like the movie Grandma's Boy. Drive, monkey, drive!
That's right, monkey. You play my head.
I do want to write a movie about a monkey that runs a business called Monkey Business, but we'll get to that later.
So we meet his girl crush, this girl Katie, who didn't do anything else. Like, she did like a couple little things, but she's
Yeah.
like a lot of these kid actors. You're always like, oh, what did they go on to do? What stupid fucking Hallmark movie? And it seems like 90% of them did like 4 movies as kids and then stopped.
And then that's it.
Even when you find their performance to be like, maybe I'm using the wrong word, but exceptional or like
For a
actually
kid.
good.
Like that one kid
Yeah.
from the
Cop and a Half.
Cop and a Half.
Cop and
that
a Half.
kid acted his ass off.
And Cop and a Half, he was really good, but it didn't translate into a whole bunch of success after. I mean, he did
He
stuff.
could've
He
been
worked.
really bad.
He worked, but it didn't. But like to your point, though, this girl was not overtly bad.
No, she was
No, I
decent.
thought
She was decent.
She
did
seemed pretty
good.
natural.
Out of all the shitbirds, she was the least shitty bird.
Well, she did good at the flirting and the like.
Yeah,
playing-
the
when
whole-
he's asking her on the date and stuff. Like I was like, she seems like she's having an actual conversation.
Yes.
not reading a cue
It
card.
wasn't
Yeah.
cringy.
Yeah.
No.
But now to that point, she didn't do shit after. So
Yeah.
maybe she just kind of hopefully looked at like her future in Hollywood was like, man, this is going to suck. I'm a fucking female in Hollywood in the 90s.
Ooh.
Damn,
River
this
Phoenix
sucks.
died, and she was like, "Oh, my friend."
Well,
I don't
that's
know
the
when
end of
that
this.
was. When was that? That was early '90s.
It was.
wasn't
I want to say 92.
She grew up with a poster of River Phoenix on her wall. And when he died, she's like, I can't go on. My heart will not go on.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I was about to say. Different movie with a shitbird in it.
Yeah, that's
I mean, he's not a shitbird anymore at that point, but still kind of. He's edging on shitbird.
started. You talk about Leo?
Yeah.
Started as a shitbird.
Started as a shitbird.
Yeah.
And played a little special kid.
Hey, you know what? Started as a shitbird and proved me wrong.
You know what? At
Dude.
the point of Titanic, he still was a shitbird, but a different kind because he was still in the Pussy Posse with, speaking of Tobey Maguire and all those other people, and like that's a whole shitbird thing.
So like that was
Is
his
that like the-
first movie, right?
Gilbert Grape?
Yeah.
I think so.
So or no, I know there was like Marvin's
Basketball
Diaries and
Diaries.
I was
Marvin's
just
Room.
thinking of like what the people you just said is like a Brat Pack version of the Snatch Pack. The Pussy Posse's good. Snatch Pack might be better.
I think that is better. But remember those like where are they now things where people are talking?
Sure.
There's one guy who was freaking hilarious, but he did hard R it, and he's like, "Man, when What's Eating Gilbert Grape came out, I thought that kid should have deserved a freaking Emmy because I was like, man, that hard R can fucking act."
An Oscar.
Yeah.
Or Oscar, yeah.
But
Sorry.
yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. And you know what? That hopefully that actor didn't mean anything by it. It was just a vernacular of the time.
Yeah, no, because he thought he really was.
And you know what? To that point, I actually thought that I did not know Leo was acting. I thought it was a mentally challenged
Yeah,
person
he
that
did
was good
such
at what
a
they
phenomenal
did. And then I
job.
saw
Yeah.
other movies. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker.
Well, he was
he's
great
gonna get
in
all
that.
the pussy.
He was great in that. He was great in Basketball Diaries. And then you've got like Titanic where he's okay, and you've got Man in the
Island.
Iron Mask, and it was at the island, the beach.
The Beach, the island is
Yeah.
a stupid Michael Bay movie.
Yeah.
Where's the
The
one he
beach.
plays the guy obsessed with planes and peas and jars?
Avatar.
Aviator.
no, it's Avatar. I'm sure of it.
Aviator.
I'm
Aviator.
I'm pretty sure he flies the blue planes all
Yeah,
around.
he's a big blue guy.
So
that
he
flies
takes his
planes and pisses
ponytail and he
jars.
plugs it into where the key goes, and he
He
flies a
rapes
blue
these
plane.
animals.
This plane did not give consent, and he flies it all through the Niabis.
A lot of people shit talk that movie. I really like that movie.
Aviator,
It's
or Avatar.
long.
I combined them.
Aviator. Avatar
Yeah.
can suck a dick.
I was like,
Yeah.
he hates
I
Avatar.
like Aviator.
Yeah, Aviator. I think. God damn it, you got me doing it. Aviator, I think, is great.
Avatar.
But it's also Martin Scorsese, and most of
Uh-huh.
what he does is great. I think that was the change for Leo was he started working with Scorsese a lot, and
Yeah.
he learned how to act.
I mean, then you see Departed, and you're like, holy shit.
Well,
Yeah.
you go from
you.
because of Leo, you can connect Titanic and The Great Gatsby to one.
I
To
don't
like
wanna-
Jack didn't really die. He just showed up as this random like
No,
Gatsby
no,
guy.
Jack died. That character needs to die. That's what his love was, very finite, and it was there for a very specific amount of time.
And that's why he's such an asshole in Great Gatsby, because he doesn't love anymore. He has no
He's an
heart.
asshole in Great Gatsby because he's in the Great Gatsby. Everybody
Yeah. Well,
in
actually,
that
it's just,
story.
by the way,
is-
it's just called
are-
Gatsby. That's Baz Luhrmann, doing way too much Baz Luhrmanning.
I didn't like it. I couldn't
didn't
finish
either.
it.
It was too. It was too
I don't think I
Bazzy.
ever finished it.
Yeah.
It was too.
Which, I
Bazzy.
mean, give me some Romeo plus Juliet.
Also Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, give me that, and I like that
Yes.
stylization. I do not like Gatsby. It's like you said. It's I guess meta. Like, you're too much of yourself.
It's too Bazzy. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's kind of like Elvis movie he did. I thought it was pretty good,
I actually love that
but
Elvis
it's
movie.
well. My problem with it
The
is
guy
Baz
who played
Luhrmann-
him.
oh, Austin something.
Austin Butler.
Yes.
But he did a great job, and a lot of it was great. But like Baz Luhrmann does, his thing is it's like his movies are like watching a really long trailer. They're very kinetic. There's a lot of action, but even when there's not action, there's a lot of camera movement. There's a lot of flash. There's a lot
Glam
of
and
excitement.
glit.
And that was the problem I felt with Elvis was it got to the end. And it was like, oh shit, there's only 20 minutes left in this 2.5 hour long movie or whatever it was. We got to tell this whole story now. And then it
Yeah.
just stopped.
Well, I think my biggest problem with the Elvis movie is it's over 3 hours. It should have been 2 movies.
Was it over
Because-
3 hours?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Elvis has a long life. Like, you what do you want to cover? Honky Tonk Elvis? You want to cover the big collar Elvis, Vegas Elvis,
Hawaii
Elvis,
Elvis?
like
Yeah,
fat
the
dying
whole,
Elvis?
Like, the whole sad fat dying Elvis and the penthouse thing, that just took so, it just felt, I was like, after all
Forced.
the
It felt
energy of the
forced.
movie, it was just like,
yeah.
I think you did fall asleep during that part, though.
probably.
You show me a movie that Derek didn't fall asleep to, and I'm
This
going to show
one.
you
I
a
didn't
kung
fall
fu
asleep
movie.
during
You didn't
first
fall
kiss. It was
asleep
thrilling.
Well, first time and
thrilling-
first kid.
It was a thrill-a-minute action ride.
Dude, I've never fallen asleep to any Sinbad movie.
Yeah.
Especially Shazam.
Especially Shazam. I'm from that multiverse where Shazam exists.
So, you know, it's funny. The girl, you said her name, something Moon.
Fawn.
Fawn Moon.
Fawn
She
Reed.
is Fawn Reed. Thank you for tripping me up
Moon.
there. She plays with Shaquille O'Neal in Kazam.
Yes.
So in your universe, was she in Shazam with
I
Sinbad?
don't know. I just know I
No.
saw fucking Sinbad in a goddamn turban.
Because you're in my
Yep.
universe
I
now.
synced it. Don't tell me I didn't see it. I saw it.
What I always say this. What's the most popular, like the generic AB?
Oh.
Like the most common
That's why.
one?
So there's this theory that people with O.
Oh, no, you've said this on the podcast.
Yeah.
You two aren't from my universe.
No, we're not.
This is mine. I'm Prime.
Well, there's a theory that we're aliens.
Well, no, I don't even think it's that cool. I just think you're
I
not
mean, an
supposed to be
alien
here.
would still be from another universe or dimension. They're not.
I mean, because
from
you have
here.
A, B, and then like O.
I think it's all just a bunch of asshole projection.
Okay.
Oh man, did I
AP?
asshole project to another universe?
I think you asshole projected here.
That's another shirt.
Asshole projection.
I'm typing that into the AI app. Asshole projection. See what happens.
You might not get what you want.
It's just an asshole projecting an image on the wall.
You get
might be what you want.
Hand drawn fireworks on a peach background. Black and peach.
Oh, fireworks. Let's talk about the fireworks in
goodness.
this
That's
movie.
right now, actually.
There aren't any fireworks in this movie, but you hear a bunch.
Yeah, they're at this dinner party or something. It's like a fundraiser thing for
Let's call it a gala.
4 more years.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
gala to kick off
Or it
his
could
campaign.
be a
Don't you say it. I know what you're going to say.
cotillion.
It's not a cotillion.
Nobody was dancing.
Luke releases his snake.
Yeah. Come have a seat, Derek. Come on over and have a seat, Derek. You can't talk about little boys releasing their snakes, okay?
Yeah, Luke releases his snake at this fundraiser.
And here comes Sinbad's synapsis right here.
and his snake wraps around this lady's leg. No, Sinbad has to go and try to get the snake out of this thing before it
You
causes
get a bunch
scene.
of under table ADR.
Yeah, he's crawling under the table like,
Don't you
I'll
kick me, I'll fucking knock you
I'll
out.
arrest you for stinky feet.
I got some gum in my fucking afro, which, by the way, you
Did
don't
not
have an
have an
afro,
afro.
dude. You got that thing nice and tight.
He does in that picture,
Toit.
though. He's got a big
Oh,
ol'
yeah,
afro.
he does.
But yeah, he goes to get the snake out, and this lady freaks out. He's like, "Don't scream!" And they do that triple zoom thing, and she does like an opera scream.
Yeah, she
Oh,
does.
yeah, it's don't zoom on his face. You zoom closer on his face. Scream, zoom closer. And, yeah, like it's not
She
a
is
scream,
credited-
it's a sing.
She is credited as Screaming Lady.
Okay. I'm not mad
Not for
at
the
that.
first time
Oh.
or the last.
She was in Italian Stallion.
Yeah.
Oh. As
But now we
Screaming
get
Lady.
this whole room now becomes like a fucking Ghostbusters movie with Slimer in it.
Yeah.
Because these tables are just flipping up. I think we're supposed to think that it's
Him running
Sinbad
underneath.
under him, but you can clearly see there's nothing
Not
under these
under it.
tables.
Well,
They're
and
just flipping
we're
up.
outside of the curtained area, which
and
is
you're
weird.
watching food
Yeah.
just fly over the doors.
And firework noises.
Yeah. There's
Why?
firework.
Why?
Tables flipping.
Just non-diegetic fireworks. Like these cakes were full of explosives. Good thing you got these people out of here.
I mean, those bowls were exploding.
Everybody freaks out, by the way, because Rafiki asks him what's going on, and he says poison because that's the snake's
Snake's
name.
name.
Everyone starts to bukkake Sinbad with their mouth liquids.
Yep.
They all just spit up.
Yeah, it's people just spitting little drinks out of their mouth, but then when they show Sinbad, it's like a stream of liquid hitting his
Yes.
face. Someone is pissing in his face.
He got
Like
trumped.
5 people.
He got trumped, and he didn't have to pay for it, you son of a bitch.
And he comes out covered in cake and whatnot, and
Pudding and salad.
He looks this.
Maybe it was like that. What's that southern?
Ambrosia.
Yeah.
Don't.
Why did I know what he was talking
And why
about?
do you say it like that?
Because he loves ambrosia.
Do you?
Why wouldn't you?
Because I'm a
Jello
trash
and
person.
marshmallows and peaches?
Oh my.
Exactly my reaction. And cherries? Fuck.
No, it was like banana pudding, which again,
They just, you know what? They found the grossest foods they could to put on these tables
flung it on
and
him.
cover Sinbad in them.
he came out colorful. I
I
mean,
ran out of breath right there trying
Yeah,
to talk
this-
about these foods.
I'm hungry now.
I'm horny.
And this is right
I'm
after like
That's the new intro.
oh,
Well played, madam.
this is
well
bad
fucking
movie, fat people.
woo! Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but this is right after the guy was lecturing him and he's talking about how colorful he is and stuff. He's got I'm just a colorful person, and he comes out covered in shit. So that's what we all said, but they didn't get the line.
No, they did you didn't hold your hand, but they also didn't tell the joke.
No.
Yeah.
You had to tell the joke to yourself.
So the kid goes to school again, and Zachary Ty Bryan comes over and asks if he wants to sit with them, which is like the bully's inviting you to sit with him. He's obviously
Yeah.
being an asshole.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, no,
he
this
is.
kid knows he's
It's
not
not
falling
sincere.
for it too,
Yeah.
though. He's like, no thanks.
And Sinbad told him, like, you need to, like, be independent, stand up for yourself, whatever. So this kid, Zachary Ty Bryan, asks him to come, and he says no. And he's like, what, you think you're better than everyone? He goes, not everyone.
Snarky face.
Yeah,
Yep.
snarky face.
He's got these comebacks though, man.
But then now ZTB tries to get a comeback. He's like, I don't think you're better than everyone. I don't think you're better than pause. Wait for effect. Anyone. Oh. And like, of course, his crony's like, oh, got him. He says he's not better than anyone.
Yeah, he's basically Biff Tannen. And
yeah. Oh my god.
Can't use a hoverboard over water unless it's got power.
Which of these kids is Billy Zane then?
Who's got the least amount of hair?
There was a kid with short hair.
Now.
Oh.
And another thing ZTB says is, how's it feel to be the biggest butt in the world? And he's like, I don't know, it must look like your face or
Yes.
some shit.
He
like,
says this
Bazinga.
insult and instantly looks like, I'm gonna get so fucked up. Oh my god, this guy is gonna just
He
annihilate
just like turns
me.
around and slowly starts walking away, wearing his backpack over one shoulder.
Because he's cool. He's cool.
Jansport.
I've seen Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Daniel LaRusso.
I
One
lived
strap.
in the 90s. I one strapped it.
Yeah. I actually got so cool I was quick carrying a backpack. I was like, oh, one strap's cool? No straps, son.
Was it 21 Jump Street? And his, Channing Tatum's like, you got to do one strap. And everybody's like, the fuck are you doing one strap, you goddamn loser?
Yeah, you fuck up your back that way.
Because you know what? There was like this resurgence of like, I have a backpack. Why wouldn't I use both straps?
Yeah.
It's the 2000s. One straps is so 90s.
I never did one strap because I thought it was cool. I did one strap because I live in Arizona.
And it's
And I
hot.
didn't want a backpack against my back because I didn't want my back to be all sweaty when I get to class.
Joke's on you. I put popsicles in mine. I
So
wanted
you
that on
just
my
drink
back.
it?
Turn it in your homework. It's tie-dyed.
Turn in my homework. You hear this guy? You hear this fucking guy? I just waited until they're like, hey, somebody didn't put their name on this. I'm like, that's mine.
That's mine. I did that. I did do
Of course
that.
you did. Of course you did. You're an East Side Tucson person.
Why are you so proud of this? This is a D+. So
Where'd you go to school, Grand Alvernon?
I graduated on time.
he gets in a kind of a fight, I guess. Like Zachary Ty Bryan is beating him up, basically. And
You
the
hit
paparazzo
like my
are there.
sister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does try to strike.
Well, he tries to punch him. He dodges, so like just his fingers brush his nose. Yeah, and that's when he's like, "You slap like my sister,"
I think my sister slaps harder than you.
Yeah.
and he gets punched in the face. And it's a pretty good looking face punch. I
Dude,
mean, not
it
the punch,
is.
but the damage.
Yeah. The makeup's what, golf clap?
Golf clap.
Golf clap. It was well done.
And even the after shot where like it would have healed, like that kid had a real scab on his lip.
They did it really well for a couple days in the movie, a couple days.
Yes.
And then it was gone.
Yeah,
And it's like, well, that healed up real well.
and that's where we're
usually do.
assuming that the director actually punched this kid in the face at some
Yes.
point.
I think he
can
really
we
got
write
busted.
a scene where he gets punched in the mouth? Why? Just comes out of the shadows. We just really need to write it.
You're supposed to be playing a shitbird, not being a shitbird, you little shitbird.
Fucking guy's got peaches playing his eyeballs.
And even Sinbad is like, she's like, well, what? He needs protection. He's like, he doesn't need protection. He needs this.
Yep.
He needed to get hit in the fucking face.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
some
He wanted
kids do.
space.
No, it's
I
actually
gave him
I have
space.
to just quote the delivery because it's like he doesn't need protection. What does he need? And he looks at the teacher. He goes, he just got it.
Yep.
Agree with Sinbad.
100%.
Punch shitbirds in the face.
1,000%.
Hey, kids that are listening, you shouldn't be listening, but kids that are listening to this podcast, if you go to school to shitbird, just give them one good rap in the mouth.
You might get wrapped
Your
back.
future
but
self, well, just be ready for a rap back.
Yeah.
But
It's going to be a rap battle.
it's gonna be a rap battle. Most shitbirds can't rap well.
just always stand up for yourself. Don't start it, but finish it.
Yeah,
That was
you
the
don't
rule
have
my
to
mom
fuck
gave
around,
me.
but you can find out.
Yeah.
So this is where they start to bond because, like, well, first Sinbad in the car is like, I only need to deal with this little fuck twat, whatever the fuck, until I can get upgraded to protecting Eagle, and then I'm fucking out of here.
Yeah.
And so, of course, the kid is like, oh, I thought you actually liked me, and gets all sad.
Even though you've been a shitbird,
yeah.
trying to get this guy in trouble, you're like, well, I thought you said you didn't want to be around me. Yeah, I don't want to be around you. You hear how you talk?
Yeah.
What do you mean how I talk?
And he goes, this is where he goes into the Kennedy sex tunnels.
Oh yeah.
And this is obviously the kids' room, I guess, in the White House because
It was
there's
the room he
graffiti-
chose.
The graffiti on the wall is all the
Oh, yeah.
first daughters. There's no.
It used
there's no
to be
sons.
tunnels for the Gumars.
But
And
there,
then the president started having kids that lived.
it has Ashley Carter,
Amy Carter.
Amy Carter.
Oh, the incomparable Amy Carter.
And then there's
That's my
the
daughter Amy.
C. Clinton. We
Yep,
see something
Chelsea
from C.
Clinton.
Clinton.
Which I thought, Derek, because he said this must be a great place for fucking C. Clinton, 1994. Was that a direct quote written
Oh,
on
great
this
place
wall?
for jerking.
Yeah. Oh, great place for jerking. That's what it was.
Signed, C. Clinton.
It's
Oh.
a great place for jerking.
And what was-
Signed, Chelsea Clinton.
what was one of the magazines behind his head?
Oh, there's like a poster on the wall, and I swear to God, it just said
Erection.
erection.
It might have been an erection for the DC phallic monument.
Oh yeah, it's
Like
just
maybe
a
that
poster
was
for the
like
dick tunnel. Dick
Oh.
Help us,
Dick towers?
help us erect our dick tower.
These are the dick tunnels. That was the dick tower.
Everyone, come watch us erect this dick tower. It's an American event.
A woman is singing.
Like Sinbad charms him into being his friend, and from here on out, they're pretty much friends.
Yeah, he like
This
listen,
is the
actually-
hero moment of their relationship.
And I thought they did a fantastic job not making a huge blow up scene where he actually does run away and he's like, "Fuck you, you were never my friend."
No, he just wanted to go down there and have a cry face.
And they have a real hard God, the fucking ugly cry face.
I'm pretty sure it's just his face, Whitney.
Yep, this kid's got a face.
It's just his face. The crying's not helping.
No.
But he's got a bad face.
Hey, guys out there, look this guy up now and tell me he's not a crypto bro.
But they did a great job, like actually being sincere about it. He'd be like, "You know what? I'll teach it.
If you
I'll
look
teach you
at-
to box."
If you look at his IMDb photo, he looks like a professional women's underwear tester. And
Taster?
that's not
Aren't
tester.
you?
Women's underwear taster.
Yep. What's worse? Because that's what I said.
And we like Sinbad goes to this guy who like used to be Q for the Secret Service, I guess. This fake Egon looking motherfucker. I didn't
Yeah.
get
With a
his
giant
name, but like
scar in his face.
Yeah.
I had to look him up because I'm like, I know him. He's Russell Crowe's fellow soldier in Gladiator. That's the only thing I know.
So he's
from
not in a
Quintus.
wheelchair.
He's not in a wheelchair.
okay.
But his legs looked really.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. You stop hiring actors without fucking disabilities. Just hire only wheelchair people.
Do it.
Only people who are the thing they're playing can be that thing because they're not acting.
Yeah, we no longer want acting. Okay, when next time you see a Russian warlord, I want it to be a fucking Russian warlord.
Yeah, you better hire a real Russian warlord, and you better really kill these people.
How
in
many
these
bodies
movies.
you got on you?
I really hope you guys can hear the sarcasm in their voices.
It's dripping.
It is flooded.
And he gets this like tracker necklace from Egon, and it's one of these great little '90s things with like
I
that
had one.
shitty leather strap thing.
Oh
It had
Yeah.
like
Like a
the
little
Jamaican
peace
colors
symbol.
and peace symbol.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. It had that Jamaican red
Yes,
and green.
it did. So it meant something when Sinbad gave it to him, which also never came to play. That he was like, "Oh yeah, I have a tracker on you." That never came to play.
it did at the very end.
Well, but he never told the kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like the
yeah.
kid never learned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he gets grounded. I don't think we mentioned that. The kid gets grounded while his parents are out of town
Because of this fight.
yeah, and he's supposed to not leave the house for a month. And basically,
Sign
Sinbad.
me up. I lived through COVID.
You flourished.
I
through
thrived in COVID. Fucking ground me for a month in the goddamn White House.
And Sinbad agrees to take him out as long as he doesn't run away. And I assumed he was going to run away, but he doesn't.
Yeah, he packed a bag for it and everything, but like, yeah.
Oh, right before he takes him out, he's taking him to go teach him how to box, right? He's taking him to the boxing
love
rink.
this
But right
scene.
before boxing ring. There we go.
I mean, I would actually watch Boxing on Ice, sir. Boxing
Ooh.
rink,
But
back in play.
I do love right before when he goes to take the kid out, and the kid has this thing called like Parent Trap 2.3 or something on his computer, where it like says like if they say your name, it gives automatic responses, so it sounds like you're in there. Because no
I'm
one's parents would
sleeping.
open the door, right?
Leave me alone.
I mean, we all
I'm
watched
not
Ferris.
hungry.
We all watched
and a
Ferris
couple
Bueller's
more.
Day Off, right?
Yeah,
And
but this
Home
is the
Alone.
next thing. This is the next progression because Ferris Bueller's is a keyboard. This is a whole PC, girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a very Home Alone thing. It was
What
like
did
a
he
Talk
say he
Boy
got
thing.
it from? TeenNet?
From the KidNet. The Kid
Kid Net.
Yeah.
Go ahead and have a seat right here. We heard you invented an app on KidNet.
But when he hears the voice talking, Sinbad's like, I knew it. Your brain's been sucked into the computer. He's a little lawnmower boy in there.
It's a shit line with a decent fucking delivery. Yeah, it's
Yes.
Lawnmower Boy, not Lawnmower Man. He just used electricity to like, kind of inconvenience you, but not really kill you. I thought my toast was supposed to be extra dark. Well, I made it light. Shitbird.
So he takes him out in this like terrible disguise where he gives him like a gray hair wig. It's like a Bill Clinton wig.
It's like he's
Speaking of
wearing a
presidents.
Daniel Boone raccoon cap.
Yes. It was terrible.
And he tells Dash, "Oh, it's Luke's friend
Reggie.
and we need to take him home." And he's like, "I didn't think Luke had any friends." And he's like, "That little fucking Luke is a
Sinbad's
shitbird,
like, hey,
right?"
come on, right? Don't call him a shitbird.
This is classified shit. You're not supposed to be talking like this.
But it's
in
like
front of
he
people.
knows. Hey, he's his friend. He knows this kid's a shitbird, right? He's a fucking problem.
Yeah, and the kid is doing this like, "I'm Reggie."
I'm Reggie.
And he's like, "Oh, is he really a shitbird?"
Am I a shitbird?
Am I?
Yes. Hey, look me in the eyes right now, kid. You're a fucking shitbird.
Immediately slams on brakes in the middle of traffic and just sits there while they talk.
Yeah, and
By
he
the
tells
way, this guy's name.
Dash.
Dash.
You are not getting into the Secret Service. Dash. With a name like Dash. You're just not.
Telling me Dash Rendar couldn't be in the Secret Service?
Yep.
Okay, that's
Why?
fine.
I'm telling you, because Dash, Americans will not hire a dude named Dash. You've got weird hippie parents that probably smoke pot. It's in your system right now. Test them.
Yeah, Apple is not getting hired for the Secret Service.
Oh.
No.
Or a Blanket.
Blanket is
Blanket.
not getting hired.
But that's for a lot of other
For
reasons.
a lot of reasons, but the name is what flagged you. I'm just saying, this is American Secret Service. Dash, Agent Dash. The president's not going to
Go
say
by the
that.
last name, bitch.
His last name is Dash.
My name is Blanket Presley.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, his last name got to be Dash. They go by last names. Sinbad is Sims.
Yeah. So,
So
his
name's
last
like
name is
Sinbad?
Dash.
Simsbad. So it's Lance Dash.
I will drink to
Lance
that.
Dash sounds like the greatest porn star ever.
It's just too short to get anything. Like his scenes are all real short. That's why he's Dash.
Oops, sorry.
There's a market for that.
Come shot.
So yeah, he's like, I'm relieving you of your post pursuant of the federal code, whatever, telling Sinbad he's going to take this kid back because he's like, you're kidnapping the first kid, basically.
If you cite the code to me, I will slap you, is what he says.
Yeah, and he tells him, like, he's going back, and he's like, well, wait until he tells him it was your idea. And he's like, I didn't want to go, but Dash made me. And they're like,
Go
"Oh,
ahead and have a
fuck."
seat right here, Dash. We heard you force that kid.
I see you've got some roller skates with you.
What's with this child's wig? Why do you have a child's wig, Dash? Come have a seat.
So yeah, he takes him boxing, and the guy who runs this boxing ring, boxing
Boxing
gym-
rink.
I don't know. I
Boxing
don't
gym.
know anything about
So,
physical
by the way,
activity.
it's called Second Street Gym.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's a gym.
Yeah,
It just so happens to
gym.
focus on boxing, but it's a
But this
a
guy
fitness gym.
It
is
is.
a storied character actor.
Yes, he
Simon
is.
Phoenix.
Yes, he plays the older guy. He's an older version of one of the younger guys in Demolition Man.
Yeah.
one of the people who actually aged because he wasn't frozen.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he was one of the ones that remembers fucking Sylvester.
He remembers
Stallone.
John Spartan. He remembers Simon
John
Phoenix.
Spartan, thank you.
And he remembers back when like cops had to deal with murder instead of.
Yeah.
Mayhem.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm ready to talk about Demolition Man, so we got to move on.
Oh, yeah.
Because I
We're
will
doing
talk
it.
about that conservatively.
happen.
5 hours.
It'll happen, guys. Be ready.
A
That's
nice
gonna
tight
be
5 hour.
that's gonna be our episode for a month.
Yes.
It's just each of us talking for one episode a month.
Ooh.
He was also in People Under the Stairs. He plays the grandpa. Those are the two
love
things I
that
recognize
movie.
him from.
I have not seen it since then, but I remember being obsessed with that movie.
I think Patrick said that might be his mental health movie, so we might be
Ooh.
doing that.
No wonder he's so weird.
Yeah.
What's your mental health movie? What's that one where people die a lot?
I want to kill a Rottweiler
What's your
in the
eternal
wall.
health movie? Or maternal health movie.
Maternal health?
What's your mental health movie? I like to watch Schindler's List to wind down and just kind of,
It just calms. The
take it
Pianist
all
really calms me
in.
down.
Did I tell you there was one year I was with my best friend for Thanksgiving, and they were Jewish, and
They were, but they're not now.
they are Jewish.
Okay, I'm glad something didn't happen to them.
I don't talk to them anymore, but she made me watch the Schindler's List for Thanksgiving before I could eat dinner with them. I was like,
You know what?
I was
You're
13.
welcome.
You should be fucking thankful after watching that movie.
Exactly.
You're like, holy
Absolutely.
shit, man.
I'm gonna start doing that anytime I feed somebody like a subpar dinner. Be like, hey, we gotta watch Schindler's List before we eat. Hey, you're lucky you have food. And everyone's gonna be like, yeah, God, thank God I have food. I
Yeah.
don't even care this turkey's overcooked.
What do you watch on Thanksgiving? Well, we start with Roots, and then we watch Schindler's List.
There's no football.
Yeah, we don't watch football unless it's necessary roughness with Sinbad.
Ooh.
Here you go. Tie it all back around. Speaking of Sinbad,
All back
he gets
together.
punched right in the balls right here.
Yes, he
Oh,
does.
He's trying
And
to.
you know what he doesn't do? He does not do the squeaky.
No,
I was
helium
waiting
voice.
for high voice. Helium voice is better.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was waiting for helium voice. Go ahead and hold the baton, Jen. No, he just like has an actual like guttural voice. Like, let's try it again.
I think he
Holy
really got
shit.
tapped in the balls.
Probably.
And we get the same
Stunt
gag
cock.
again because he's teaching this kid. He's using a punching bag, and one of the guys who works at the gym or goes to the gym or something is like, "Here,
He's
let me
there.
help you with that." So he holds the punching bag, and the kid's punching it. And then Sinbad starts punching it. Sinbad used to be a boxer.
Well, he's like, let me hold it for you.
Yeah,
You throw some punches.
but they do mention Sinbad used to be a boxer, and they have a
Yeah,
poster
golden
in
gloves.
there.
Golden
they had a
gloves.
poster in there of him
Oh,
with this
boy.
huge fro. It's
There's
very
gum in that fro.
very
Yes,
Martin
sir.
Lawrence in Bad Boys 2, that flashback
Yes.
picture, right?
Put it back in.
And he punches this punching bag so hard that this dude goes flying, which is, it's the same joke, but
It's funny.
It's funny.
Yeah, it works.
It did work.
It's even like kind of telegraphed that it's going to be this joke, but I like it.
Yeah.
I was there for it.
And they're trying to sneak back into the White House, and Babe Ruth comes out, and they have to, like, cover themselves. So he throws this fucking rat wig into the car.
Back in Dash's car.
I wanted a cat noise. Like, what do you call it?
Non-diegetic.
Non-diegetic. I want a non-diegetic cat noise when they throw this wig. Just,
Oh, speaking of that, every time there's like a wipe in this movie, which is too many, there's like a beep, like a firework noise again.
George Lucas meets fucking Independence Day.
Not the
Scream
movie.
wipes and fireworks.
Not the
Yeah,
movie,
not
the
the
actual
movie.
Independence Day.
No monuments were destroyed in the making of this movie.
And Morton, Babe Ruth, does mention, like, he's like, I was just at your room and you told me you were sleeping? And the kid's just like, no.
His face is great because, like, we've all been here.
Yeah.
It's like the first time you come home high and someone goes, "Are you stoned?" And you're so stoned you can't think of an excuse. You just look at him, blink, blink, blink. Huh?
When
This kid.
No.
You just told me you were sleeping. Blink, blink. What?
And Sinbad covers his ass. He's like, oh, he says he was walking the dog. Sinbad says he was sleepwalking. So he's like, yeah, he was sleepwalking the
dog.
And then luckily, this
Here
dog just
comes
roams
Brandy.
free on this, on the White House lawn, I guess, even though I guess usually he doesn't trip the alarm because the dog comes running up, Brandy,
It's
who
the front of a hotel.
is
by
like a
the way.
small version of
It
the
is.
dog from Married with Children.
I mean, they're the same
Oh
size.
yeah, no, it's a big old sheepdog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, this one's smaller.
Thinner.
Like the one in Married with Children
Buck?
is Buck. Bud's the kid.
Yeah,
Bud was the kid.
and he's not quite so hairy.
Well, my dog's name was Bud as a kid, so it makes
So
sense.
I-
His
it's
name
a-
is
well, this
Buck,
is a
and he's
female.
here to play hide and go seek.
My name's Buck, and I'm here to eat some treats.
Wasn't it the end, towards the end of American Family?
Married with Children.
Married with
No,
Children.
they had Buck.
American-
They had Buck most
American
of the
with
time.
Children.
Well, okay, we're not talking about that.
We should. So yeah, he
I got
tells
the
him
time.
that. And when Babe Ruth is walking away, they're like making fun of him, doing little like pantomime things.
So you
faces
just
and
imagine
shit.
putting your hands to your head like moose antlers and going, bleh.
Yeah, and he turns and looks, and they're waving, and he walks away again, and he turns and looks, and even the dog is waving this time.
It wouldn't have been that good of a joke except for you added the dog waving on the
Yeah.
third one. It's
Yeah.
like genuine laugh from your boy right here.
Yeah. No, dogs getting in on the joke is always fun.
Yeah. You almost Family Guide it where it's like, oh, you're going too far. No, you went far enough. It's funny. Excellent.
And
well
then
done.
it stopped.
Welcome, sheepdog.
And then there's this boxing montage where he's training him to like jump rope and box and whatever. And in there, they're watching boxing matches and McDonald's while they're eating McDonald's while they watch.
And this is also McDonald's makes its appearance in House Guest, which I'm pretty sure it's after this, right?
Yes,
I think so.
Yeah. In House Guest, it's a big
98,
thing
I
that he
think.
eats a Big Mac. He
Didn't
over and
Sinbad
over.
have a thing with McDonald's?
I wonder.
I think
Or
he
did
did.
this start this shit?
I want to say he was on
Because it's this
McDonald's
movie and
commercials.
House Guest, which either way is a couple years apart, and you're just heavy McDonald's. Like anybody at this, you got a bunch of like fit-looking boxing athletes at this gym. I'll tell you what you're not doing: eating McDonald's.
I don't know. They need them calories.
Yeah, you need good calories. Go get a loaf of bread.
That's what a Big Mac is.
No, it's
As long as,
not.
as long as you work out enough, friend. That's barely bread, by the way.
I mean, that's barely food.
We've all seen that fucking Morgan Spurlock thing, right?
Yeah,
It's Purina.
Where that shit doesn't fucking mold or whatever.
not natural.
Terrifying.
Like, I'm all about eating some really high caloric food if you're working out, but not McDonald's.
You get Paschetti.
Go anywhere else. Get Paschetti.
Skinny.
Get chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo. Love
I only
it.
eat that in October.
It's because it's white like a ghost. Okay, so now we have to do a
get some
Halloween themed Italian
bolognese.
restaurant, right? Bolognese, chicken Alfredo,
You guys are making me hungry.
lasagna.
Murderdella instead of mozzarella. Oh, gabagools. This is doing. Are we doing this?
I think we're doing this. I think we have our new business plan.
Copyright Bad Movies Worst People 2023.
TM.
guys.
Trademark.
Jack Penny said TM.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna do that restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jack has to cook though.
I will eat Jack's cooking.
It's
You're in front of the
hauntingly
house. He's
good.
back of the house. I do
Money
the
man.
podcast about it.
All the reviews said it's Bella Lugosi. It's Bella Lugosi.
Capella.
So during this montage, there's a funny little bit where ZTB, I almost said JTT. That's a different one from.
See, that's why I did the ZTB. I was like, well, why does JTT get all of it? I just want to throw letters
Didn't they
out
all
of here.
three have three names?
Yes, they did.
What's the third one? Hit me.
I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Damn
Mark.
it. Well, I know it's
Oh,
I know
that
it's
was-
Mark, but I was
know,
hoping
but he's
but
got a three
I'll-
name.
I'll figure it out. We'll get to the old answer seeker here. Go ahead.
But yeah, ZTB shoots a spitball at Sinbad while he's sleeping.
Yep.
In the class, and then we get cut back to it a couple minutes later, and he's got a fucking like paper towel roll
Yes,
with an
he does.
entire like wad in it, and he just
Soaked
honks this
wad.
thing across the room. He hits ZTB in the face with a soaked wad.
Splat.
It is.
Have a seat. Have a seat.
I heard you shot your fat wad in this kid's face. Have a seat right here, Sinbad. Dude, it is wet.
Yes,
Like, I mean, a
dripping.
spitball, the idea of a spitball post-COVID is already pretty gross.
Yes.
You know, your mouth ammunition at me. But this is like, how did you store up enough mouth liquid to get is right.
See, I don't think it's it is a spit wad. but
Oh,
I don't-
no, I'm sorry. He was actually much cleaner
Toilet.
than that. He went to the toilet. Thank you for reading my fucking mind. She got to that joke before I did.
See, and then speaking of have a seat right here, he's at lunch. The kid's eating his lunch, and he's like, "Oh, I got to test your food, make sure it's not poison." And the kid's like, "Why do you always test my cookie?" And then he looks up and sees Katie, and
Now,
he
it's
goes,
supposed to be the kid's view of seeing her with like stars around her and hearts and yada
Yep.
yada.
"Yeah." He looks up and sees the girl though, and he's like, "I gotta go get me some milk."
Have a seat right
Yes.
here.
Exactly.
Have a fucking seat, Sinbad.
The idea is he's got to walk away so Luke has time to talk to Katie. But yeah, have a seat, Sinbad.
Oh, by the way, this just in, Taryn Noah Smith.
Yep. There you go.
That's a stupid name too.
Yeah. So TNS is out of here. Let's not
Well,
talk about him.
at least he doesn't have three first names.
At least it's not
yeah,
TNA.
Taryn. It's not even
Because
a
we got
name.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Those are all first names,
Uh-huh. Yep.
kind of.
Brian.
Taylor. Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
I think of Tim Taylor. Sorry. Same
I
show.
know a Taylor and I know a Thomas.
Yeah, I do too.
Weird flexes, guys.
I know a Taylor.
I know Thomas.
I know a
You
Taylor.
hate
How do you think I
Thomas.
got this suit fixed? Sinbad is flirting with the teacher, which we all saw coming, right? Because they're the only two adults of.
Oh, I don't know if it was you or Whitney, but as soon as like love interest,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
kinda like just like love interest. Here we go.
They're the only two adults of color, so they have to have a love
They have to
interest.
pair up.
because you can't have any kind of mixed race.
No,
stuff.
Not 96
crossovers.
Disney.
Yeah. Not just Disney. I mean, well, I guess
Specifically Disney.
Schwarzenegger gets Ray Don Chong, right? And Commando. So that was
that's
the
true.
80s. So it is just a Disney thing. Fucking Disney.
I was like, Rambo got his love interest, the one that wouldn't stop saying his fucking name.
Did he really get her? Did
I
that
mean-
go well?
They
bang,
did
bang.
kill her.
I love you, Rambo. Rambo. Oh, I'm dead, Rambo.
Rambo!
Ram, no!
And when she walks away, he definitely like checks out her ass, which is pretty inappropriate for the middle of a school, but hey, whatever.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. I get it, Sinbad. You're only human.
So the kid forces him to take him to the girl's birthday party at the skate rink, but he goes in disguise.
Yeah, okay, so I understand that you have to get in disguise to leave the White House,
Yes.
right? You're Reggie. Why even show up to this party?
Right.
If you're going to be
He just wanted
Reggie?
to voyeur.
He just wanted to watch and make sure that she wasn't fucking ZTB.
Let me borrow your e-cigarette. I just want to watch.
Oh, there's a
Exactly.
funny joke when the kid's like, "Oh, be a shame if my dad found out you teach me how to teach me." Good God.
Yeah.
Hey, I went to school in Arizona. All right. It'd be a shame if my dad found out you taught me how to walk. Jesus fuck.
You want to just like
I see. I gave
we have
him
two
my mouth
options here.
rest.
We can skip the joke or you can try again.
I'm rewinding the tape, guys.
Doing the old Home Alone 2 here. Let me talk boy that.
Be a shame if my dad found out you taught me how to box.
Well, it'd be a shame if I threw you out the window.
Yes. That's the joke that I love.
I actually liked it too, because Sinbad and him are actually like very cool at this point.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
They're playing some Sega game. I recognize the controller, but not the game.
Yeah. I'm sure the game's not real.
Yeah, but they're playing some Sega game, having fun. But yeah, this kid just fucking blackmailed him.
Yes, he did.
He's like, oh no,
Oh.
it'd be a shame if my dad thought that you took me out.
and what happens right now? You have
Zachary
a phone
Ty
call.
Bryan has rollerblades? Oh. Sorry, inline skates.
Yes, rollerblades is a brand, people. God, when are us inline skaters gonna get the respect we deserve? It's 2023.
What
Never.
sounds cooler, rollerblade or inline skate?
You can cut this if you want because I was an aggressive inline skater.
You would be.
Yeah,
I was too.
but
Who wasn't? It was the
Me?
90s.
yeah, exactly.
Who wasn't that was a boy? It was
But the
90s.
joke that was always told was, "What's the hardest part about rollerblading? Telling your dad you're gay." Like I heard that so many fucking times because here's another sign of the 90s.
Where you can.
Oh, when I had when I had my inline skates, like my aggressive inline skates, I thought were cool. The nickname from everybody else was fruit booting.
Okay.
I never
Like,
heard
that's
that.
fucking
Oh,
I
really?
also didn't hang
I guess
out
it was
with
because I
inliners.
hung out with BMXers and skateboarders.
I only hung
and I'm
out
not
with
saying we
skateboarders.
didn't deserve to get made fun of. I'm just saying a sign of the times. 90s fruit booting. That's
Yeah.
just what you called it. It was.
I mean,
not
the
it was-
90s was a planet of gay panic.
Yes,
So-
absolutely. We're coming off the fucking HIV. I was gonna say scare, but very real.
Very real.
Like we're coming off the fucking AIDS thing, and so yeah, of course, 90s was just openly anti-gay.
I mean, every other joke in Friends is like a gay joke or a
Oh, yeah.
lesbian joke. So,
Absolutely.
longest running sitcom until Big Bang Theory.
Even in
so.
Seinfeld, where it's like we're not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You know, they still make the joke. I don't want to be called gay as a straight male.
Just so you know, we are very loving of all gay people or
I don't
straight
give a
people
shit
or
if you're gay or
non-binary.
Yeah, the problem is my life is not.
Tell me what you
like,
want me to call you.
Empty enough where I care who somebody's fucking.
I don't care what
where
you put in your mouth.
your dick isn't my business unless it's me.
Unless
I'm-
it's against the law.
I'm just happy my friends are happy. I don't care.
Or
how,
if it's
how
against
you
the law,
got there.
don't fuck animals, don't fuck kids.
Well,
Yeah.
consent. Yeah, consent is sexy as shit.
This isn't.
Well, a 14-year-old can consent. It's still fucking disgusting.
Not legally, they can't.
yeah, that's
Oh,
that's what
sure.
we mean. Legal consent.
Okay.
Yeah.
And nobody hears Mr. Hands, right?
If you're listening to this and you had to be
no,
told
Mr.
that,
Bill.
just turn it off. Go have a seat.
You're not welcome
Just
to be
turn
here.
off the podcast. Have a seat.
Have a seat. Yeah.
Have a seat right here.
Have a seat.
So Sinbad has to dress up like a giant cup for some reason.
A cup of soda.
A cup
with
of Coca-Cola.
Pizza. Sorry.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Oh, is that our third?
It's the
Coca-Cola's our third?
It's the big ones because I'm sure we missed some.
Yeah. There's some that
mean,
are
you
really
said Sega.
obvious, though.
Yeah.
But I don't know if
Like the shoved
Sega,
in
it
your
was a
face.
controller, but it's kind of like when people are playing Xbox now and they just like cover up the Xbox logo with tape.
Yeah,
you
'cause
know
I
the
feel like if it
controller.
was
Yeah.
Sega, they would have had like a Sonic the Hedgehog game.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you paid for it.
Yeah, you would have heard that zing thing, whatever Sonic did.
Perfect Sonic impersonation.
It was.
Bling, 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 bling.
It's like I'm playing the game.
It is.
But this, yeah, it's like a soda cup, a Coca-Cola cup with a pizza in it.
A full pizza.
Dunking a pizza. If you dunk your soda, or if you dunk your pizza in a soda,
What
fuck
are you,
off.
Martin Lawrence? And to get the salt off
He's
of
gonna
it.
wash this pickle off.
My
real
rum
quick.
and Coke, yeah.
What's wrong with that pizza, Derek? Well, it has too much salt on it. What if I rinse this pizza off of this
So wait,
soda?
is this movie a shared universe with Bad Boys? Because this keeps coming up.
It did have olives on it. What?
I'm not gonna say no. If Joey Pants was in this movie, I'd be pretty fucking happy.
I was hoping he'd be in it.
I'm kind of surprised he wasn't.
Yeah.
And again, this is the next line where he's yelling at the kids. So Zachary Ty Bryan is using rollerblades and slow skating with Katie, so he's holding her hand.
the chick looks around too, because he's like, "Do you want to skate?" And she looks around like, "Well,
Well, she even says, have you seen Luke?
have you seen? Yeah, have you seen? What's his other name?
Davenport.
No. Brock. Have you
Brock
seen Brock
Pierce.
around? I really want to skate with Brock.
Yeah, do you want to skate with me? Have you seen Luke? No. Fine.
You'll
guess.
do.
Consolation prize.
Yeah.
That's always been Zachary Ty Bryan's life.
Oh,
isn't it?
absolutely. This kid's so happy playing cleanup. He's like Dennis Rodman just getting your rebounds.
Ooh, yeah.
You didn't want that role? I'll snatch it up.
But Sinbad is yelling at Luke, and he's like, do I look like an idiot? Again, while he's dressed like a cup with pizza in it.
Yep.
But this time he actually says, don't answer that.
Yeah, don't smile. And so he gets whipped by the other bully kids. ZTB is getting cake with the girl. She's got this cake that is the size of my bed.
Oh my God, this thing is huge.
I
it's
might
like
get a
a
good night's sleep
quadruple
on this
sheet
cake.
cake.
This is a queen size cake.
Yeah. not a cake for a queen. A bed that's queen sized.
And he gets whipped by the other kids and falls over the thing into the cake and splashes cake everywhere.
And ZTP is laughing his ass off.
And she's like, "You ruined my birthday, Rob."
I
Fuck
think
yourself.
because she knows these are his little goons.
Yep.
These are little shitbird goonies. And we saw you earlier fucking with the soda cup. So you taught them it was funny. You ruined my birthday.
So we could
You're
have
a
cut
piece of shit.
11 minutes out of this movie right here where the kid is asking if he can go to the dance, because it's the most timid thing where he's asking his parents if he can go to this dance. And it's just like, can I was thinking, and it's like, no.
I get that you're supposed to be nervous, but this is literally taking 12 minutes to ask you one question.
Yeah.
Cut it. We could have been done.
So his
Well,
parents,
is there a girl you like?
yeah, is there someone special you want to go with? And then the dad's like, what about Agent Sims? And you're like, wait, did he just ask if Agent have a seat?
Have a seat right here, Mr. President. Mr. President.
I feel like have a seat's going to come up a lot this month.
You know what? It might.
It will.
We're talking about kids' movies in the 80s and 90s. Have a seat.
Have a seat.
And we get a cameo here. The only time a sitting president has ever played himself in any movie.
Oh, yeah.
President Billiam Clinton.
It was just.
It's like a Skype, a pre-Skype.
But it looked to me.
But it
like-
wasn't him playing himself. It was they had to have taken like
no. He
something
played
from-
himself.
But
This
to
was
me,
him doing
it
this.
looked like news footage.
Yeah,
That they kind
it
of.
looked like they pulled old footage.
No, but he according to the stuff I read online, at least he did this. But obviously, that's why it's like a little thing on the computer.
Yeah.
Because he's the president and he's a little fucking busy.
It's not fun.
He was really busy bombing Bosnia. He didn't have time to show up and do First Kid.
Bombs over Bosnia. You all know it.
But he's asking about he's like, you sure hold on.
Have you seen my saxophone?
You sure I didn't leave behind a saxophone? I don't know if I can.
No, we just found a box of cigars. You gonna put them on ice?
Ooh.
Check under the bed for my saxophone. Check inside Monica Lewinsky for my saxophone.
Let me talk to Agent Wood.
I
He
guess
was
I
one of
gotta
the
do
good
more of like
ones.
a high guy voice, right? Like, hey man,
not
there we
too-
go.
Not
Hey,
too dissimilar.
did I leave my saxophone behind, man? That's a better Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Hey man, check under the bed. I
You're
swear I
doing
left
your
it
your
there.
Bill Clinton sounds like him now, where he's just old and senile,
And
as
stoned.
opposed to back then when he was virile and senile
and stoned.
and stoned.
He did not inhale.
He
Sure,
did it.
sure.
Sure. What's the fucking point? So you're saying that somebody passed you a probably lovingly rolled joint. We're talking pre-dispensaries here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody passed you a joint and you went through the trouble of hitting it and didn't inhale. Pussy.
So I know Obama admitted to smoking weed. He's like,
Yeah. He was like,
he's
I did inhale.
fuck yeah, I smoked weed. Didn't he also admit to doing blow?
and smoking cigarettes.
He's
but
like, it was the fucking 80s, 70s, man.
Yeah. And that's
not
why
gonna lie to
why
you.
he got us all to vote for him and then disenchanted us. I don't mean us. I mean like the youth.
yeah.
The youth
The
too.
youths.
What?
And we got another cameo for seemingly no reason other than this joke.
Yeah.
Sonny Bono as a congressman.
Well, 'cause he
rest
was-
in pictures.
You
by
say
the way.
Joe.
Yes.
Well, it's because Sinbad is basically just like, oh shit, you sang that song, or you're Sonny Bono. He's like, I love that song, Babe, and he's like, I don't sing anymore, and he's like, no, I got you, Babe, and he's like, no, but I'm a congressman. I'm gonna go meet with the president of the United States. I don't sing anymore.
Yeah. I got you, babe.
It's like it has nothing to do with anything. I don't know if Sonny Bono just showed up that day and they were like, hey, you want to?
Do
be in
you
our
think
movie?
that Sonny Bono was actually ever a congressman?
He was.
And okay.
And I think
Was
that
he?
was him
Yeah, I didn't
saying
know.
like, I'm actually legit now.
it's him telling us, the audience, like,
Yeah.
hey, quit fucking singing my songs to me
Yeah.
and ask me about my policies.
I'm crossing my arms here. I'm
Every
saying
time,
yes. I'm
every
standing
time
my
I
ground.
do a gala / cotillion, everybody just starts yelling, "I got you, babe."
Should have owned that tagline.
Do you believe in life after 3 weeks? It's an abortion joke.
Do you believe in life after trees?
Abortion's never funny, Whitney.
He doesn't believe in life after skiing, though.
Ooh, he doesn't. He can't. He's dead.
When I worked in the deli, I was like making meal prepping,
Yeah.
if you will, for
Oh, yeah.
people to buy things. And we had this Beijing beef, and it was just really It looked like
Oh,
tiny
God.
abortions.
I'm scared where this is going.
So I called them tiny abortions, and I put it as my profile picture.
It did look like a bowl full of abortions.
The fact
Dumpling.
that you think you know what that looks like.
We've all seen dumpling.
You've never seen dumpling?
I've never seen dumpling.
Oh,
They chop up little aborted fetuses
It's only-
and turn them into dumplings.
It's only like 35 minutes. You want to watch
We
it?
could make a list of things I haven't seen and start watching them.
Chinese horror movie, pretty cool.
It's pretty fantastic.
So there's this like sting operation thing. It's that classic Cyrano de Bergerac.
Bergeron, I think.
I think it doesn't matter. That
Steve
Cyrano
Martin
thing.
Steve Martin played him.
Maybe I'm thinking of.
You know who else played Cyrano more recently?
Oh, Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
Peter
That's
Dinklage.
right.
The movie looked
Right.
pretty cool, but I never heard anything about it and it disappeared. So I don't know if it was or
So
not.
it came on one of my streaming services with
On your face?
have a seat. Have a seat right here. It came on one of my streaming services and it was listed like as a satirical comedy. So I
Yeah.
watched the trailer. I'm like, that doesn't look funny at all. It looked good,
Yeah, it looked like
but
a
it doesn't
dramatic
look
film.
funny. It looks
Yeah.
dramatic. Thank you, like a dramedy, if you will.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where they're getting a
But
satire.
my favorite Cyrano is Roxanne with Steve Martin.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's the one for me.
I'm like the guy with the giant nose.
Yeah.
I've never seen Roxanne. It's one of those.
Roxanne.
It's one of those video store things.
Where were you on that?
I have nothing funny to say after Roxanne.
Oh,
Something about how you're a red guy.
Well, my
No,
brain
you
already
don't-
was like, it's about the red light, but how do I make that about the first kid?
So he's trying to ask her on a date, like, or to the dance, because his parents said he could go, and it's Sinbad talking in his earpiece, not doing a great job of telling him what to say
no.
At all.
And it's that classic, like, where he's like,
I got you.
like, oh, hey, how are you doing? Telling him to say that,
Fine.
and the kid's like, fine. Yeah.
I got a good laugh out of it. It was a little ha, a single ha.
What?
But then when he says we're in trouble here, the kid's like, we're in trouble, and she's like, what?
What are you talking about? And like you said earlier, spot a good acting from this youngster.
Yeah.
Like she's fine. She's not being a shitbird.
I
'Cause she's
love
like-
this part.
She's
though.
like, nobody's asked me to the dance yet. Nobody I want to go with, and like the blink, 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 blink.
Yeah.
Do they even do like a twinkle when she blinks?
Yes.
Or did I just do that in my head?
No, it was fireworks. she blinked her eyes, went pew, pop.
But this is exactly what have been a 13-year-old girl. This is exactly how a girl would play that. Like, no one
Not in Sinbad's
wanted
day, though.
to ask me.
Not in
Yeah.
Sinbad's day though, because he just
No.
he's like, how coy. These kids watch too many videos.
Yeah.
Because he wants it to react a very old school female way.
Yep.
Well, then
And-
she stands up, or not stand up, but like comes out for herself, and she's like, if you're gonna fucking ask me, just ask me,
Do you
dude.
want to ask me? Ask
Get
me.
it, girl.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. 1996, independent woman.
Golf
Yeah,
clap.
and then he's still nervous, but he asks her, and she like pauses, and you're like, oh god, I hope she
Looks
says no.
around.
I wanted so bad. Like, I just wanted you to ask me. I don't want to go with you, you idiot. I'm actually with old fucking ZTB, and we just made you look like an idiot.
You fucking weird googly-eyed freak.
Well, that's what played in his head.
Hey, this guy with wet peach eyes wants to make me go to the dance with him.
Oh, and Sinbad and Dash are like watching from the bushes, and she sees them,
Oh.
and they like duck behind the
Because
bushes.
Sinbad's big
11 and a
ass.
half feet tall, trying to hide behind this bush. But yeah, so she says she'll go with him, and we have like a short getting ready montage where he puts on like an entire stick of deodorant, and he has like a zit, but
it should be "I'm Too Sexy."
Oh my
but
God.
they did it couldn't
it's
be afforded.
some weird generic song.
Have a seat right here. Have a seat.
Have a seat. This kid is too sexy for this mirror. Have a seat right here, Jack.
But this is the part where we get the infamous zit scene from a pubescent child.
Which you would think, like all of us did, would lead to something.
Yep. Nope. He pops it and it's gone.
Yeah.
Like an "I don't want to go to the dance," but we do get an "I don't want to go to the dance."
Yes,
But not because of a zit.
because I don't know how to dance. Never seen that in a movie before.
Never.
Footloose.
But you know what, though? If anyone's going to teach me how to dance when I'm 13,
Sinbad.
Sinbad, please.
Yes.
Please.
And I mean, he does a pretty good job, right? They have this dance
He
montage.
did not do the Running Man, and that pissed me off.
oh,
I
no.
wanted
Sinbad's
me-
better than that. It's in his
know.
contract.
He is such a good Running Manner, though.
It's in his contract.
Ugh.
He doesn't Running Man anymore.
What did I
He's
just?
the
I just
best.
watched something the other day, and I don't remember what
Cabbage
it was.
Patch.
And someone's like, it always makes me uncomfortable whenever a white man does the Running Man in front of other people. Somebody's doing that when they're dancing. I don't remember what it was. It was great though. And my note here just says, "What the CG?" Because they do
Oh,
this
God.
like zoom out shot from the window, and the camera like goes out like it's a helicopter drone shot, and it's a CG White House, and the White House is like jiggling, like it like freezes.
There's a glitch in the
Glitching
Matrix,
so
guys.
hard.
And this is where we get the Transformer Dick Tower because it goes all
With
the way
the
out.
crazy fucking eyes.
Yeah, it's because it's got the lights to for the planes and shit.
red eye-
but it's
the red
just
light.
two of them, and yeah, it fucking looks like the nameless one or whatever from Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
With
just
a little fucking. You add a flappy mouth to this
A
thing.
meeper.
little meat mouth.
Yeah, a little.
It was terrifying.
Man, that meeker really grew up.
Oh,
Made something for himself.
I mean, he's kind of shaped like a dick.
Yeah. All the best ones are.
Giant dick. Meep, meep.
Have a seat right here, Derek.
Thank you. Thank you for
Hey, I
that.
didn't say Muppet Babies. I said the Muppets.
Oh, okay. Get up off that seat. Go ahead and get off that seat.
You did bring up Muppet Babies, so you know what? Go ahead and sit back down.
Have a seat. You were aware about babies?
So he's told by Babe Ruth that he can't go to the dance because there's an abandoned.
There's no normality of that flying out of your fucking
Is that
mouth.
is that normal here?
That's
Or
That's
is
sense
normal
of
here.
belief.
That's
normal
how we
here.
talk here. So Babe Ruth told you couldn't go to the dance, huh?
Yeah.
It's like a pamphlet. So Babe Ruth told you couldn't go to the dance. And you're getting hairs down there.
Is he? Because he didn't
seat.
have armpit hair.
That comes in last.
Okay. So it's an abandoned duffel bag by the main exit or the main entrance of the White House. And Sinbad's like, that happens 50 times a day. It's probably just some tourist bag or some shit, whatever. And so he ends up sneaking the kid out through the sex tunnels.
Well, because I get both sides of the argument. This guy is trying to keep safe, but are you going to tell me the only way to safely leave the White House is through this front fucking
Yeah,
gate?
you're telling me
Also-
there's no secret?
My thing
Besides
is,
one secret sex tunnel, I guarantee there's a second sex tunnel.
okay,
There's a bunch of them.
my trope, if you will, for this
Go
is
on.
dog engages the perimeter breach. Fucking SWAT and everybody is there.
Auga,
Everybody is there. There's
yeah.
a backpack. Oh, we need hours to
Well,
define.
but
We
I
have
guess
to- we
because
have to get bomb
this,
squad.
this could be an explosive. The dogs are rarely explosive in my line of work, which is bartending.
Yeah, but that shit would have been on there like, bam. Like,
yeah,
you-
I mean,
would've
there
been
is,
there a
there
lot
is a bit of
earlier.
plot timer to this.
Yeah.
I'm like, wouldn't it be safer for him to leave the building also if there was explosives?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get him
Agreed.
the fuck out of
could be a
here.
dirty
use
bomb.
secret sex tunnel number 4, and you get him out of here.
And by 4, we mean 2, because never let him know where you are.
That's true.
And by
There's
2,
a
it's
whole
now 1.
complex of tunnels because there's like a bunker and shit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be another way out of that bunker.
There's at least a panic room.
5.
At least one.
How do you think they were planning on surviving the nuclear apocalypse?
1,000%.
So they go to the dance, and the kid does his dancing, and it's stupid and terrible. And like Sinbad's trying to show him how to dance on the side, and the kid's just staring at Sinbad instead of at his date. And the teacher
It's
walks
Cyrano
up.
to break a dance.
And he's
Just
like,
watch what I do, Playboy. You want it.
you got it, baby.
And the teacher comes up and she's like, "What do you call that move?" He's like, I was just tying my shoe."
Just tie my shoe. Just tie my
Little dancer stepped on my
Smooth
foot.
as a rough cucumber.
But he kept watching Sinbad instead of looking at his date. He was just like, I'm just going to dance with you over here in front of this girl.
Oh yeah.
Well, and then when the slow dance starts, the kid like freezes, like he doesn't know how to slow dance. I'm like, put your arms around her and step back.
That's
and
the
forth.
one that no one should teach you. Have to teach you.
You just
Yeah.
rock.
Yeah.
Just sway.
You know what? Growing up Catholic, you just put your arms around a girl and you leave room for Jesus. That's it, dude. There ain't much more.
Wasn't it on the shoulders though, not around the waist?
I'll tell you what, if Jesus wants to dance in between those two kids,
Ooh,
have a seat right
have
here.
A seat.
And I'm
Have a
telling you
seat
right
right
now,
here.
by the way, this is not a school dance because I didn't once hear Tootsie Roll.
Oh no.
Nope. That
No,
was
they
in
couldn't
my
afford
middle
that.
school dances.
What did we get though?
The electrics. Not
No,
the
we got
electric
All
side.
for One.
We got All for One, and we got it wasn't Coolio's version of Fantastic
No, that was when he was
Voyage.
teaching him to dance. Fantastic
Oh.
Voyage.
This might have been I've Got the Power. I don't know. It's we got some 90s drip.
Yeah, we did.
And
I'll make love to you. Have a seat right here.
Have a seat right here. That DJ is grounded.
Woo!
the snake, by the way, got out because he threw his shoe and it hit the snake's cage, right?
yeah.
So the snake fucks up his like Parent Trap 2.3
Uh-huh.
thing, whatever. So it's just saying like I'm hungry instead of I'm not.
It's reading
I'm
all
tired
of
or
them.
whatever.
It's
So
just
Babe Ruth
randomly
breaks
going
into the White House, the president's son's room.
Have a seat
and
right
that's
here.
how they find out they're missing. So they all run off to go to the dance, and he gets in another fight with ZTB, but now he knows how to box. So he
Yeah,
beats the
he's like-
shit
he's
out of
got
this
him
Oh,
kid.
tight.
and I didn't
I-
notice this. Your wife pointed this out. That peace necklace now has
Golden gloves.
like a little charm of golden gloves.
It looks like a ball sack.
I'm not saying you're wrong because it is a ball sack, but it's supposed to be golden gloves.
And later on, you see him. It's actually clear as day, golden gloves. But when we see it initially, because they never show that he got the golden gloves.
Yeah, you just see golden balls now.
Yeah.
That's because he's now
Have a
he
seat
now
right
knows
there.
how to he now knows how to romance a girl. So he's got golden
Yeah.
balls.
Oh, well. It's his pickup line.
And the Sinbad's like, "What did I teach you about fighting?" He's like, "Everything."
That's
my
right,
man.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he
It's
knocked
cute.
ZTB the fuck
Oh,
out.
bloodies him up, dude.
Yeah, he hits that kid, and Sinbad came running over, and I was waiting for the Friday. Like, you got knocked the fuck out. I want to yell that at a child.
I mean, I think we talked about the female security guard with the 100 tampons for the month. Somebody should have brought one for this dude's face.
So yeah, the Secret Service comes, and Sinbad gets fired, and he does take the fall for Dash because they're both getting fired. But Sinbad's like, "Hey, I was right to take this kid out. Like, he's a kid, not a convict, whatever." And they're like, "Hey, go fuck yourself."
Yeah, you got to let him be a kid.
I do
We
love
don't give
he
a
says
shit.
to Babe Ruth, he's like, "See, you're still buying your ties at the swap meet" when
Yeah.
he walks out.
You're like, burn,
Mic
bitch.
drop? Question mark? Is that because guess what? I go to swap meet all the time. They don't have a lot of good ties.
So they put a house arrest bracelet on this kid, and
Which, by the
he's-
way, fuck you for the wrist. This thing is huge
It's
and obnoxious.
ginormous.
How about an ankle, sir?
yeah, it might be. Well, I was like, it might be harder for him to take it off too, but like he's got two hands if it's on his ankles.
Yeah.
So it's. And he does another chat with Mongoose 12, who's like, "I saw an episode of MacGyver that showed me how to take off tracking bracelets. Let
Even
me
though
tell
this
you
guy
how."
didn't say what kind it was, he's like, I can't go with you because I have a tracker on my bracelet.
Our house arrest.
Yeah,
Our
house
They
arrest.
want to go because he wants him to. Mongoose 12 wants him to go
Village.
to a virtual village at the mall, which ends up being a pretty sweet VR. I mean, it's awful, but for
But
1996,
for 96, it's fucking sweet. Your boy would have been there.
Yeah.
and they
Derek
he
wanted to be
takes he takes it off and puts it on the dog. And he should have just left the fucking dog in the room, and then none of this would have ever happened. right?
Absolutely.
But
Better plot. You know what? Don't even put it on the fucking dog.
oh, you know what?
Leave the
would've-
bracelet in the room.
He was sending the dog the other way.
Yeah, but
So they were
it
trying
is
to
a
find
plot
the
device because
tracker.
otherwise they would have known the kid snuck out, and then he would have just gotten molested by this ginger fucking
True.
Richard Dreyfuss. So
True.
that's not what he was doing, but you know.
No, but you can have a seat later.
But the security guards who are supposed to be watching him are watching football and eating Domino's
Domino's
pizza.
pizza.
And you know what? Every one of these motherfuckers make sure to barely lift the lid up so the Domino's logo maintains its
Oh, yeah.
line
Yep.
of sight.
Like I just
they-
reach in and blindly
Have
grab
you
pizza.
ever passed around a pizza? You fucking flip it open real hard so everyone gets a good look at what slice they want. Not
Yeah.
these guys.
Nope.
Maniacs are going in
Well,
blind.
they're all the donate to charity slice. That thing was cut
They're like,
real
"Can you
thin.
cut
we know what it was. That's a fucking employee pizza party.
Yes.
Yeah, we bought this pizza with government funds, but we're just security guards. So can you cut one pizza into 36 pieces?
Derek,
Yes.
do you think it'd be easy to get a Domino's pizza delivered to the White House? No, you'd have to vet that Domino's. You'd have to vet that driver. You'd
Well,
have
and it's
to
like I
pass
was
that
about to say,
driver.
well, somebody could go out to the gate and get it, but the gate is where there's a bomb.
Yeah. So I'm thinking it would be easier for this White House kitchen staff, which is probably, I'm guessing, top notch.
Yeah,
to
but they
make
close
you
at a certain
pizza.
time.
No, I guarantee you there's a 24-hour kitchen in the White House for just this reason.
Well, the kid
Because
mentions
ordering
at one
food-
point that the kitchen is closed, and Sinbad's like, "I'm Agent Sims,
I'll get in
or
that
I'm 00
kitchen."
Sims. No kitchen's ever closed."
Yeah, I'll get in any kitchen. I just think realistically, not in this movie, kitchen 24/7 at the White
has to
House
be.
because ordering food from the outside would be a fucking nightmare.
Well, international
Imagine ordering
incidents
Chinese
can,
food in 2023 in the White House.
International incidents can happen at any given time. The president needs pizza.
Sustainability.
They probably got a little meth lab for fucking all the president's kids, like on-site meth lab. We don't want your kids sober.
Yeah, he sends the dog off in the opposite direction of where he goes, and that's what they end up tracking. They're like asking Sims if he knows where the kid is, and he's like, "Why the fuck would I know? You fired me, and I can't talk to him. What? This doesn't make any sense. Why am I here?"
That's the other thing that happened when they fired Sims. He's like, "Can I say goodbye to the kid?" And he's like, "No, you can't fucking say. You're a goddamn civilian."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, can you at least tell him I said goodbye?" And then when they tell the kid,
Babe
he's
Ruth.
like, "Did he say anything to me?" And Babe Ruth's like, "Did any of your other fucking agents say goodbye?"
You looked Sinbad in the eye and said, "I'll tell him you said goodbye."
Yeah,
Liar.
this is like that end of Act 2, beginning of Act 3 thing where he's like, "I've been rejected," except
Yeah.
it doesn't really go into the emotional.
then
There's
again-
no like
no.
montage of sad.
He does do the ugly crying face.
Well, yeah, but
That's
like,
just
usually
his face.
But usually at this point in the movie, you have like 4 or 5 shots of people being sad and looking at sunsets or whatever.
All by myself.
Crying behind a waterfall.
They find out where the kid is going because they find the dog and they realize the tracker's not there. And the girlfriend, he's supposed to go to the girlfriend's house, but he's going to go meet another friend first.
Oh, and this is where Tiny Carlton comes up.
Yes, that's what I was about
Oh,
to
we
say.
forgot Sinbad when he first met the mongoose. When he first saw the chat room,
Yeah.
wrote it down and gave it to. We didn't know
He
how
did his
short this
goddamn
guy
job.
was in the chair.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, he stands next to Sinbad's giant frame and is
This
tiny.
Yes, he's the tiniest Carlton. He is like 4 feet tall, and Sinbad's 14 and a half feet tall.
It
He's
is
talking down at him.
enormous.
He's like, "Does anybody want a peanut?"
I want to say Lucas is taller than this guy.
And this little kid's
Yeah,
like,
that's why they were never
inconceivable."
shared a fucking set.
And the little guy looks at him and goes, "That's inconceivable."
Inconceivable.
Never put your life on the line when hacking is involved.
So he does end up finding the kid, though, because he goes back to the mall to fake Egon.
Yeah.
And because fake Egon did mention, don't forget to charge these fucking batteries.
wonder if he'll forget to charge
Yeah. And he forgot to charge the batteries. But Egon gets it working by just slapping it.
Yeah, that's how
he's like,
electronics work
beep,
back
boop,
then.
boop. Now it's charged. How dare you?
Yeah, I wish.
I know how science works, dude.
My phone is
kind
literally
of.
plugged in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, wow, he's in the mall right now. Happens to be in this same mall that we're in."
Strange,
Yeah.
but convenient.
And he does this VR thing where he's like shooting people.
Which is something he wanted to do when his mother was forcing him to do the clothes shopping.
Yeah.
So it's another like slap back from
Yeah.
Act 1.
But this other guy is doing a way cooler looking VR thing. He's in this like Professor X
Yes!
chair that like it doesn't move, but it's like a little thing. It spins around and it's got little handles on it and shit. I'm like, that looks
Professor
so
X
much
chair
more
is actually
exciting.
like a pretty good description.
Yes,
Like,
it
it's a
is.
black
Curved and
Professor X
everything,
chair.
yeah.
That's it.
It's exciting looking. The one he was doing looked boring.
Yeah, he stood up in a ring. But and also the graphics again, 96 would have been amazing. Now looking at it is like, dude, that is fucking trash.
It looks like if Virtual Boy had colors other than red.
Also, how did he lose that game?
Dude,
He
shoots-
shoots the guy and kills him, and it's like, "You're dead."
his gun that it's a pistol that shoots rockets. Yeah, all right, that happened. And it shoots the other character. It's like, well, game over. You died.
Well, that's a sentence that was said in this.
You've played
in this living
GoldenEye,
room.
right? Don't they have that game? Isn't there like a small pistol gun that shoots some kind of explosive?
I mean, there are
In
the
which game?
RPGs.
GoldenEye.
I haven't
Maybe
played
not.
GoldenEye in decades.
Maybe not. I feel like I remember there being a pistol that shot rockets.
I mean, there was the golden gun cheat code you could do that was like an
Yeah.
insta kill.
Maybe.
I don't know, man. Pick up your sticks and let's fucking go. I get odd job.
Well, that's the best way to do a 4-player deathmatch in that, by the way, is all golden guns.
Oh, yeah.
None of this, like, I got shot and hid and waited for my health to come back. It's instant kill.
Yeah.
That was the only time I liked deathmatches. I don't play online. I fucking hate people.
Well, Halo kind of ruined me, but I fucking loved GoldenEye. Your boy was good at that.
I tried playing that a few years back. I do not remember how to play with a single analog stick.
I literally have nothing to say about this because I never played those games.
Oh,
I
you never
played
played
Turok.
GoldenEye? Oh, Turok's great too.
Well, same idea. Single stick, fucking first person shooter. It just doesn't make sense now.
No.
It's so confusing. Like you had the C buttons, I guess, were kind of your up. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So yeah, Strung Out Woods shows up here. Fucking ginger
Ginger Dreyfus.
Ginger Dreyfus.
I couldn't find another movie to be in, so I'm back.
So he's Ben Mongoose the whole time, which we could tell when they show him in the car sitting right outside the White House while there's a bomb threat going on, by the way.
Yep.
And he's typing
He
on this
planted
computer,
that, you
and
know
you
that.
see his hairy red knuckles.
I wonder whose freckly fingers those are.
And he looks strung out. Obviously, he's supposed to be drunk because they showed
Yeah.
him being drunk earlier.
And it shows him a couple of times struggling with certain things, like picking up the clip. He holds his gun like a gangster at one point. I'm like, you might be like ex-Secret Service and drunk, but come on, guy.
Yeah, you would never do that.
No.
I love that like fake Egon's trying to track this kid, but the VR is like interfering with the tracker, so he can't tell where he is, and he's looking all over the mall. And then as soon as he walks away
Except
from the
down.
VR,
well-
the kid is right below him on the first floor. He's like,
found him.
oh, there he is.
Oh, but how does this guy get down the escalator?
Oh man, he grinds down this escalator in his wheelchair.
And
It
you know
is
what?
awesome.
Good on whoever did this. They popped the glass at the end.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a smooth transition
No,
where
it
it's like,
wasn't.
oh no, that wheelchair was meant to go. No, glass popped out of that escalator
Yeah.
Yes, it
because he
did.
forced his way down there. I liked it.
I
but
was
it
there for
almost
it.
like he almost buys Sinbad maybe a second because he rolls up to Woods and he's like, hey, I met you before with Sims. And the guy just turns the other direction and starts walking away.
Well, I think he's just driving him back towards Sinbad. He's
Oh,
like wrangling him because
yeah.
Sinbad's coming down the
I
other
redact
way.
my statement.
I like
well,
that.
Well played,
Yes.
sir.
And he's got this very
Can we call him
specious-
Professor Tech?
I was saying Q-Gon.
Professor Tex.
Professor Tex.
But yeah, this guy has very specious reasoning for kidnapping this kid. Like, you think he wants to kill him, but he's like, no, I lured him out here, and now I'm going to take him back, and I'm going to be a hero, and they're going to give me my job back. And I'm like,
No,
then my wife will come
they
back to me.
won't. You're gonna get fucking shot.
yeah,
You're
you're
gonna get
going to
killed.
Guantanamo, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you hope you die. Yeah. This is best case scenario. They shoot you dead.
You're
sir.
going to take him back, and Luke's not going to be like, yeah, he was the internet pervert. That
You have
was,
any idea who I am or who I look like?
What
Eddie
the
for
fuck
short?
ever. So
Richard Dreyfuss.
No.
Woods does start shooting at Sinbad here and can't hit a goddamn thing. So he blows up a gumball machine. He wastes a bunch of coffee.
Coffee.
I was mad at both things, but I did think about combining them. A little coffee bean gumball.
Yeah,
No, it's not good.
it is good. It's not.
It wouldn't be.
It is great, though, because he runs out of bullets, and Sinbad realizes because he hears the clip hit the ground. So he comes running out, and
This
he's
is all
going
in
to
slow
reload,
motion.
and this is the only thing Luke does to help, which is good, because, I mean, it's not just helpless. He slaps that clip right out of this dude's hand.
Yeah. You actually added something, shitbird. Well
Yes, you
played.
did.
And then we get, like, they fight each other, and Sinbad ends up, like, he chokes, no, he uppercuts him. Like,
Yeah, he
fucking
does
Mortal
the
Kombat fatality.
Hadouken.
Yeah.
I know you said Mortal Kombat, but I went Street
Whatever.
Fighter. Yeah, insert
Capcom.
fighting street like screen scroller here.
Golden Glove champion,
Oh,
man.
I'm sorry. I said it's all Capcom. It's not.
No,
Mortal
it's
Kombat
not.
was Midway.
Yep. Yeah.
Really doesn't matter, because
No,
that's
but
not
it
what we're talking
is
about.
a flawless victory.
It is.
Yes, it is. And he lands in one of those little coin ponds at
Yeah.
the end of every escalator, which is weird.
Yeah.
And then
Well, that's
instead
how you
of
catch everyone's spare change.
And instead of
funnels right
making
into it.
sure that he's down, he goes over to check on Luke, and the guy gets up, and he's got a little pistol that he keeps in his leg holster.
Yeah, a little snub nose 38.
Which, why didn't he go for that before instead of fumbling for another
Because he
clip?
was drunk and he forgot about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now it's been in the water, so it'll probably be fine.
It'll be
I mean,
fine.
the revolvers are much more sturdy.
Okay.
So I mean, like if I was gonna fire a gun from the water, I'd be a revolver. Like I would not do my semi-automatic fucking hand sidearm he had.
Okay, I don't know a lot about guns. I just like
Yeah.
to talk.
No,
shit.
that's hey. You know what? As an American, that's good.
And then we get this fucking CG, this bullet time
Whew.
thing, this Matrix shot where he
Because
like
this guy fucking Jason Voorheeses himself out of the water.
Yes,
like
he
I'm
does.
not dead. I'm not dead yet.
and he fires off this bullet like it's down the barrel shot from the camera
Fireworks.
here. And it's a slow motion bullet
Fireworks
flying
out
at the
of nowhere.
camera.
No, do you saw like the fire, like a visual fireworks?
No, but I just because we've been talking about these fucking stupid fireworks
Yes.
screen, like just out of nowhere. It's like, what? Where's that firework going?
And Sims does his job. He takes a bullet for Luke. He jumps in front of him.
Yeah, he does.
And
Even though Rafiki said he wouldn't have to.
Yep.
yeah. And that's when the Secret Service finally shows the fuck up.
Uh-huh.
And they take him down. And so Sinbad gets rehired, and then as they're doing this like street hockey game in front of the White House, which is kind of what you were saying the whole time, right, Jack?
Yeah,
It was like,
just have the kids come here.
Yeah, I understand that you can't leave because you're the president's son and you're special. Have everybody Richie Rich this.
Yeah.
Have
100%.
everybody come over to your roller coaster White
Culkin
House,
this bitch.
dude.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna fucking McCulkin this bitch. But to your point, they don't have them in the White House. They have them on the street playing hockey like it's Wayne's World. They gotta pick up the goal. Game on! Car.
and we get another bad CG thing because this puck gets shot right at, or so Sinbad gets promoted. They tell him he can protect Eagle. He's getting promoted.
You finally got your wish.
Got
You're
everything he
gonna have
wanted.
Eagle.
And a surprise to everybody who's ever watched this movie, he doesn't want to do it. He
Wait.
wants to stay with Luke.
What?
Yeah,
He
it's
doesn't take
crazy.
the
Have a
job?
seat right here, sir.
Have a seat right here.
I want to.
You want to stay with the kid?
I'd like to spend more time with this young boy.
Have a seat right here.
But I mean, it's stupid because it's not how it works in the real world. But also, I guess it's like because Luke finally has a father figure who gives a shit about him,
Yep.
and he doesn't want to abandon him.
He has anybody that gives a shit about him.
That's fair.
I have to say, like, it's not necessarily his father doesn't give a shit. His father's the
Well,
president.
he's busy.
a
There
busy
is a
man.
point we totally skipped over. It doesn't matter where the father's having a meeting with the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and they have to
God.
talk to the kid about his fight. So he tells them all to leave. And as they're walking by, they're like, "Hey, guess that nuclear treaty can wait, right? You little fucking shitbird!" Like
And then
they're
just
all
glare
talking
down
shit
at
to
you,
this little
glare
kid.
down.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because every one of these guys was the bullies.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're like,
That's
look
how
to
the
you,
generals
fucking
know.
little bloody lip. They're like getting all fucking like reinvigorated. Like, oh yeah, a little kid punch in the mouth does it for me. Have a seat right here.
There's I'm pretty sure it's a flub. Something happens and this ref like falls, and one of the kids like laughs at him, and this ref just shoves this kid.
Yes, he does. Oh my god!
This
I
was not
just
the
like,
first kid.
Speaking of things you follow on Instagram, there's a thing called Kids Getting Hurt, where it's just home footage of.
Oh, that's
Some
the best
kids
thing on the
getting hurt.
internet.
It's
I
great.
want to say it was ZBT that he knocked down too.
I hope
No,
so.
ZBT wasn't there.
I think he was.
they
I think
made
it was
friends.
like, we're all friends now. Because it was, I don't know, it was a kid with black rollerblades wearing a black
With
shirt.
plaid
with
pants
So I
blonde
know
and
the
a
hair.
movie's
plaid
over,
hat.
and we're wrapping up. Just something we skipped real quick was at the dance. Agent Dash is out front where you can't hear music, and that's fine. But he's doing the goofball agent dance.
You can hear
Yeah,
the
just
music
going
out
to
front.
town.
Barely.
I mean, it depends on where the gym is and stuff.
Yeah.
But like,
But my point to this though, it made me think of a much better movie,
We
My
don't
Blue
talk about those there.
Heaven.
My Blue Heaven.
My Blue Heaven. With
the
Steve Martin,
unofficial sequel to Goodfellas.
written by the wife of the guy that wrote Goodfellas.
Yeah.
But anyway, Rick Moranis is a special agent in that, and he's got a partner whose name escapes me. But the entire movie he's obsessed with dancing the merengue.
I think
and
I
you
remember
want to
that
talk
scene.
about some good physical comedy dancing? My Blue Heaven.
Okay.
And so we roll credits, the end of the movie, happy ending, surprise.
There's a stinger where Samuel L. Jackson comes out and says he's building a team, and he wants Sinbad.
He just shows up and talks to Babe Ruth. He's looking for that guy that freaked out and destroyed New York.
And he looked at me. He's like, "Hey, if you build a team, we all come."
Yes.
Have a seat right here.
It's his lap.
There's a great credit in this. We get from a previous episode, one of our favorite movies. Fucking Kiker Rules.
Kiker
Rules.
rules.
Dan Kiker?
It was
Previous listeners
Rob?
will know.
Well, there's
Kiker-
two Kikers.
Yeah, there's two Kikers. Previous listeners will know that from
Voyage of the
Voyage
Rock
of the Rock
Aliens.
Aliens. But we looked up this. One of the Kikers is more famous than the other one. We looked him up and worked on, 70 things as a big prop
I think it was
master.
Dan or Dave. I think it was
Yeah.
Dan Kiker. And he's done a bunch of shit. He was the prop master for this. So he was like the head one. And then his assistant was Rob Kiker, I think.
He's
So
the one that put cyberspace on the computer.
That's why we were trying to think back, like, the graffiti in the sex tunnels. Was there a Kiker Rules in there?
Yes, I was
But this is
hoping.
a Disney movie, and Walt
not
Disney would not
allowing
allow
it. Disney is like, no. We consulted the frozen head of Walt, and he said, no.
No.
In fact, Kikers don't rule.
He's like, wait,
He
what'd
said
you say?
9.
And I said, there's an R at the end of that, sir. He's like, it's not what I say.
We're not saying what you think we're saying, sir.
Oh, Walt Disney, you fuck.
Yeah.
Goddamn Nazi. And that's pretty much it. Oh, but I do want to mention that guy also worked on Beverly Hills Cop 3,
Yep.
Young Guns, something else cool. I don't know. It's
There was
pretty cool.
we'll look into that, guys, as we do those movies. I hope.
Yes.
So that's that movie. Wife recommendation.
Honestly, I had fun watching this again. I laughed a lot. I really
Yeah.
did. This is definitely one if you just want to bullshit and make fun of people, And have a seat right here.
Have a seat right here.
Fucking do it. It didn't. I don't think it focused too hard on, like I said earlier, where like he was upset and pouted, and then they quashed it.
It got
and
over
had
it quickly.
fun.
Yeah.
Do you think he was hired because he cries easily?
Because of his ugly cry face.
Because he cried like 4 times
his
in this movie.
face. He just has an ugly face. Yeah, I will actually recommend it. A little bit more of a hangover movie.
Yeah.
Which is kind of how I watched it today. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, it's Monday.
That's why he watched it with us.
Yep.
He didn't have time to watch it last night.
It's your Saturday.
Yeah. But no, I recommend it. It moves, even though it's an hour 42 and it's longer than it should be, to Whitney's point. The things that a bad shitbird movie would harp on, it moves quick over.
Exactly.
So, yeah, have you a little fucking hangover and some beers to cure it, and enjoy Sinbad.
Yeah, it's a soft recommend. I mean, if you've got, I was gonna say if you've got kids, but they don't want to watch
Have a
anything
seat right
old.
here if you got kids. Don't let them watch this movie unless you want to have a seat.
Kids now don't want to watch anything that's not CG, so they probably wouldn't watch it.
Unless it's TikTok.
That's
Even
too-
that
that's-
has CG on it.
This would be way too long for a TikTok kid. This is an hour and 41. You know how many TikToks I could watch?
104 TikToks.
Although these fucking TikToks are supposed to be short, right? But I see this shit. I don't have TikTok, but I see them as like reels on Facebook and stuff. And I'm like, just get to the fucking point. Some of
Yeah.
these things are so long. I'm like, I want to watch the 2-minute thing. Why are you talking for 11 minutes?
I believe I was told there was 2-minute video clips.
But I guess I just soft recommend. Like, I'm not probably gonna watch it. Sinbad's fun.
But you're
Sinbad's
done. You're
charming.
done. You're never
I
gonna
mean, you
watch it
did
again in
watch
your
it.
life. Right?
Yeah, I think I'll probably never see it again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I might.
Maybe.
I was just saying, if you listen to this, go ahead and give it a watch.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. It's hard because I'm like, I won't. It's not a movie.
I can't speak for Derek, but I've recommended worse.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's good enough. It's better than I thought it was going to be. Let me put it that way.
I
Much
kinda-
better than I
kinda
thought it was
wish
going to be.
that, like we had Patrick just teleconference in. Well,
Oof.
I watched it.
do you recommend this? Well, I had to, so you should too. Go fuck yourself. Oh, love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for this week. Next week we will continue watching movies with small children.
Have a seat
Have a seat.
right here.
Have a fucking seat.
Have a fucking seat.
I don't know exactly what it's going to be. It'll either be Three Ninjas or The Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those movies has video games. One of them has hias.
One of them has lots of hias.
Lots
Probably
of
a
them.
video game.
Do not play a drinking game to the hias.
Oh God. Yeah, just do a shot of beer every time they say "hia," and you're gonna be fucking hammered drunk. But that'll be it. Don't forget to check out Evasion on all their stuff that I always talk about. Follow us. Make your friends follow us. Not home, but like on social media.
Yeah. But first make friends.
Yeah, make friends. Make them follow us. Lose them as friends.
Do something with irreparable damage.
Buy our merch, man.
Yeah, buy merch. Go to the website, badmoviesworstpeople.com. Click the big blue T-shirt. Buy some shirts.
Ooh,
I'm figuring
my
out
coffee
some
mug
new.
came in. I'll post a picture of me using it.
Yeah.
I'll have some new designs up shortly because right now we just have the same ones we've had for a little while. I've been trying to work on some new stuff, some Whitney-isms for
Yeah,
T-shirts.
we like our Whitney-isms.
Write us in at Bad Movies Worst People. What is your favorite Whitneyism?
Yeah.
Yeah, badmoviesworstpeople@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter. It's BMWP Podcast. Everywhere else, it's just Bad Movies Worst People. That'll be it for this week. I have been Derek.
I'm always the Whitney.
I'm Jack.
Good night, and go fuck yourself.
Don't make something like sex between family like a gross thing, okay?
Yeah, then what would the internet do?
You're the best brother ever.